York Yankees. Just go to jackpots.com, choose your favorite lottery game, pick your lucky numbers, and get notified when you win. Plus, get a free lottery ticket with your first order. Go to jackpots.com and order your lottery tickets from your phone. Go to jackpots.com. That's jackpots.com. Please call by jackpot.com. Must be 18 or older. Order lottery tickets. Please play responsibly. Gambling problems? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Residents of New York. Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 46737.
It's news time, 3:54. National Parks offering us a special deal today, free admission.
Today is National Public Lands Day. That has the National Park Service saying, come on in on us. Today, admission to national parks is free.
National parks are going to host a variety of activities. Check out parks in your local communities to see what kind of National Public Land Day activities will be held in your neighborhood.
A day to connect, says Rocky Mountain National Park's Jamie Richards.
It helps deepen individual connections with their national parks and help people find whatever it is that sparks their interest.
That was correspondent Stephen Kaufman. The Harriet Tubman Learning Center in Harlem is giving away thousands of free books as we speak to the tune of 40,000 of them. Two teachers unions teamed up to give back to neighborhoods they say need it most. Nicholas Cruz is the Director of Community and Parent Outreach and Engagement at the United Federation of Teachers and tells Sense and Wins today's event will have all sorts of activities.
Yeah, face paint, candy machine. All right, here we go. Let me turn on the light over here. This light, disconnect. I think that's good. All right, catch my breath. Put my phone down. Hello, Sanjay. Now huffing and puffing. Oh my God, huffing and puffing now. Huffing and puffing. I think the light's too bright for me today. Is it? Let's see, let me put the other light on. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up for this one. What's going on today? Did I turn on the light? Yeah, don't turn on the light. Wow, don't tell me this. Okay, there you go. Wow, okay. Got that going. Let me have my little protein shake. It is bright, though. I don't think I want to turn off that light. I think it's a little too bright today. I'll put it further back. It's a dark, rainy day outside today. I'll put it like right here. Let's see if the light if it makes a little bit. I don't want it to be too bright. Let me close this door. I don't want it to be too bright today. Yeah, I think that's better. Actually, it's about the same. Hello, Richard Wagner from Chicago. Chicagoland. How's it going? All right. Let me try this shake. I need some protein. Oh, it's pretty good. I need some protein there. See? Premier protein. Cheers. Yep. Anyway, today's a rainy day. It's like windy. He's the remnants of Ophelia. What's the name? Ophelia? I forgot what we're up to now. Oh, I got to put this on. Birthday gift from the other night. Another watch to my collection. Another watch for my collection. There you go. See? There you go right there. Why am I doing that? Just do this. Zoom in there. So another one from my collection. And people say, "Oh, you wear watches. Everybody has time on their phone." It's actually I still have Casio from back in the day. It's like 20 years, 20 plus years now. Of course, this one, even though it says water resistant, I will not be going in the water with this. And hello, Glenn Dansler from South Carolina, right? Yeah. And hello, Mindsway. Yeah, so sorry I'm a little late today. I was waiting for a package, and because it's pouring out there, and I didn't want that box to get wet because they normally they'll leave it out there in the front. Well, even if they leave it back here, it's raining, and I don't want the box to get wet. Mindsway says, "Oh my God, I keep hitting the microphone. What the hell? You look like a guy who will be on the radio." Yeah, I got a face for radio. I got a face for radio. That's for sure. You don't want to see me. You don't want to see me on television. So I'm sorry I'm a little late. Well, I'm like an hour late now. The problem is the post office over here when they deliver, and I can't talk about the package exactly. I'll just show you real quick what it is. I'm testing out a particular radio. I'll just leave it like this. So this is confidential. I'm not gonna say anything else about it. So it's just I had to wait for that package. I'm testing out actually I was gonna test out another one. So this is another radio. The other one, when I was in Wisconsin, I was contacted by a company and they said, "Would you like to test this radio?" And I said, "Yeah, why not?" But unfortunately, since I was out of town, yes, it is. Obviously, it's yeah. And they said, "Yeah, we will send you a video to be tested." And I said, "Okay, but you cannot disclose you cannot make a video on it yet." I said, "Okay, that's fine." So I'm going to test it out and give them my remarks about it. And of course, it's mine to keep. And then I'll debut I'll debut it here. I'll say, okay, well, this is what I've been. Unless there's some crazy bugs on it or whatever, then I don't know, whatever. But it's good that companies reaching out. I'm gonna tell you what company is not Eton. They never reached out to me. I wish they would have, but that radio turned out to be a big flop. And they didn't reach out to a lot of YouTubers about that radio. And of course, that radio was a flop. It was a disaster. No marketing, no nothing. And they just released the radio. And the first few people that bought the radio spent a lot of money on that radio. And that radio turned out to be a piece of junk. Overpriced piece of junk. So other companies are noticing that. And, I had about 4 or 5 companies reach out to me and say, we would like you to review the radio. Because I went on a rant about that. One of my streams, I went on a rant about companies doing that. About if you're going to release a radio that's first of all, that radio was expensive. The Eton radio. And we're talking about, if you go on Amazon, I think they're still selling it for, let me see, what is that radio anyway? I know it was over $500. Could have been $600. And they didn't reach out to anybody. Even what speakers do I use for radio listening? My portables, I use whatever's there. The speaker that's on the radio. I don't usually use external speakers for anything except for these. These you have to use external speakers. The 2 radios, you have to use external speaker. Because those don't come with speakers. They're usually an external speaker. The external speaker I use for these is I use like the computer speakers, computer power, amplified speakers for these. I also have a speaker. It's downstairs. It's like it's one of those party speakers, Bluetooth speaker. It's kind of a big speaker. It has wheels on it For these, I use that because that's pretty good, amplified speaker. But all these radios, no, I just use what I use just the speaker in a portable radio. I just use the speaker that's in that's with it. I don't use anything else. For my transceiver, I have a couple of them. For my scanner, for my transceiver, I'll show you one of them. If it's not connected, oh, it's not connected. Now, like for my scanner and my CB radio, I'll use this one. Something like this, like a Cobra. This is not amplified, by the way. This is just I'll use something like this for my scanner. I also use for my other scanner, my bigger scanner. I also use it's over there though. I have what's those speakers? Like the center channel speaker, the Bluetooth speaker. They're long. The long ones that you put for your TV. We had one downstairs. We wasn't using it, and I brought that one up here. It's over there. It's a Vizio, and that one has Bluetooth, but it also has regular input. That one with my other scanner, I'll show you the scanner. With this scanner, the one that's all the way at the bottom, that's a CB, the second one. The one that's all the way at the bottom, my scanner, my unit didn't, was it Trunk Tracker 3 BCT 15X. This one. I use that Vizio speaker. And it sounds really, really good. And that's why I need to set up this spot. I still haven't got around to it. I need to set up this spot right here. Because this metal shelf is not making it for me. I need more. I need longer shelving so I can put the scanners up here. I don't want the scanners all the way down there. It's just too. I want to have them up here. And I keep procrastinating, and I'm going to have to do it sooner or later. I'm going to have to either buy a shelving unit that's going to fit here, or there's one of these that I have downstairs I'm going to bring up and put it here. So I'm leaning toward that route because I cannot spend any money right now. So I may just bring the third of these and put it here, and then I can put my scanner up here because I want to start using my scanner again and my CB radio and my CB radio, my scanner. I want to have it up here. Right now it's down there. I can't use a radio down there on the floor. Right now they're not connected. They're just sitting down there on the floor. But I want to use my Vizio speaker, put it here. That's the way I had it in the basement. And that speaker sounds so good. It sounds much better with the scanners and the CB radio. I use that one mostly for my scanner. I just pulled out my cuticle. Oh my God, I'm bleeding now. Jesus Christ, Danny. All right. I just pulled out my God. Hello, Paul, VT Radio. AA1SU is here, but I have to go out. I have to go out in the yard for a while. Honey, to-do list. Yeah. You're not getting any rain over here. It's pouring. Right now we're gonna get rain all day today because of that storm. I guess it's the remnants of it. Ophelia. What is it called? Ophelia? Let me see. Let me type it in there. Yeah, PH. Yeah, okay. I think that's what it's called. Tropical storm. Okay, yeah, tropical storm Ophelia. Oh my God, I'm so sick of these storms. I mean, thank God it's not directly hitting us. It's just the remnants of it. So we're supposed to get about to maybe. Oh, here we go. My wife. Does she know that I'm making live stream at this time? Be right back. Hello. I am doing a live stream. Yeah, he ate the sandwich. Okay. Ah. You know how to do a live stream? Oh, God. Hello, Dwayne Tribbett from Tennessee. How's it going? So that's what I use for the speaker. I use the Vizio speaker. I want to put it over here. So for my scanners and, you know, my CB radio and all that, I'll use an external speaker like this. You can use computer speakers. I have used that too. Computer speakers work very well. For the G90, I have used, I have them here now. But for the G90, when I had it downstairs, I had computer speakers with it. Or I use this one. But I like the amplified speakers. But for listening, you know, for when I'm listening to shortwave or medium wave, whatever, computer speakers work fine. I think those actually are the best computer speakers. Yeah. So even though it's raining, it's not raining hard. It's just constant raining. So I'm gonna turn on this. Actually, let me turn this off. I'm gonna see if I can turn this on. Maybe for a few. So that's why I was a little late, because I was waiting for that package, and the postal service has a history of especially my local postal guy. I had a good run of postal service people, but this last guy, he's just I think he's just I don't know. I think he smokes too much weed or something. He's always yapping on the phone. He's always I get mail from everybody in my mailbox. I'm like, first, this is not my mail here. Why is this? You know, don't you sort out your mail before you come over here? So that's why I have to be on the lookout, because sometimes he'll put that he tried to deliver when in fact he didn't even attempt it delivery, and I don't know. It's just so I have to make sure that package got here. So let me turn on the computer, and so I really need to get this thing in order here, fixed. But it's a CB radio and stuff like that. I want to put my CB radio on and all that. My CB radio, my scanner. Been too long since I did not listen to it. I need to hook that stuff back up and listen to it. So, all right, got that. I'm gonna put this on. So the routine is FL rig first. I'm sorry, let me show you guys what I'm gonna do here. So I turned on my G90. I had to put FL rig first, and then I had to put WSJTX. I was doing some of this yesterday afternoon. Conditions were good yesterday, actually. 10 meters, it was good. And with good tracker. And see, already, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna just let me tune that. There you go. Off to the races. Now PSK over here. So it's just one of those days. It's rainy, and it's a 3-day weekend for my son. My son doesn't go to school on Monday because of Yom Kippur, right? Yom Kippur. So he doesn't go to school on Monday. So he's happy about that. Although he's been under the weather. My wife was under the weather a little bit. And I'm hoping it doesn't come down this way. But chances are I'm going to get it too. Chances are it's coming down this way. I'll be under the weather soon. Because, you know, today's today. Today's the first day of, first day of fall is today. Isn't it today? What's it today? Let me see. First day of fall 2023. Yesterday. Officially begins at 2:50 a.m. So it started this morning. Okay, so we're fall now. Yep. Eastern Day. Yeah. Okay, so it's officially fall. Yeah. So no, that answers your. I hope that answers your question, Mindsway. Yeah. Most of my, of course, portables. I don't hook up anything external to it. It's just the scanner. Because usually internal speak. Like for example, this scanner. For example, external speaker is a lot better because the internal speaker in here is not that good. It's not that good. So this, I will always recommend an external to put external speaker on it. This one. What am I doing? Wake up! So external speaker. So this, I would recommend computer speakers. Of course, I got the Vizio speaker for that one, or passive, a non-amplified, like a passive speaker like this one, Cobra. That's what I would recommend, something like that. I also have this one too. I have this one too. A lot of people like this one. It's a small one, and I usually have an order of importance. Like this one, because I have three. I have this one, that one, and the Vizio. So priority, the Vizio is the best one. I'll use that one for my scanner, for my big scanner. And then the CB radio, I'll use the Cobra speaker. And then this one, I'll use it for my small scanner, the one you just saw. I'll use this one for my small scanner. I usually have them in that order. Anyone got new radios? Yes and no. I can't talk about it though. I just got this one in the mail, but I can't reveal what it is yet. So yeah, I got that one. I'm supposed to get another one soon, and that one is a new radio, but it's kind of but I want, well, I don't know that one is coming because for testing. But other than that, no. Not that I can disclose. Yeah. I was on another channel last night. I found this channel, by accident, I guess. He's a CB radio guy. He's out of Nevada. He's a pretty funny guy. His channel's called CB Lounge 2112. Oh, God, really? No, I don't want to restart now. Pick a time. Oh, my God. This thing comes up. Off. Actually, let me pick a time. I'm going to put tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, please. There you go. Okay, thank you. Oh, I forgot. I should have done the Windows update before I came on, but that thing popped up for Windows update. Oh, God, I hate that. I don't want to do Windows update right now. Otherwise, I have to end the stream. No, I'm not holding out. It's just I really can't. They want me to test out this particular radio. So, one of the conditions is I cannot reveal this radio until it's out in the market. So I have to test it and give them my opinion about it. as a tester, you test it out and you give them your opinion. And then if they need to fix anything on it, they fix it. And so I'm officially a tester, product tester. So this is this is actually one of my first. This could have been my second, but the other one I missed the deadline. Because the other one, there was another one that I missed the deadline when I was in Wisconsin. Trying to finish this shake. So they reached out to me and they said, well, since you missed the other one, would you like to try this one? I said, of course. I said, why not? I said, condition is you cannot reveal this to anybody until when it goes out in the market, then you can. So I'm excited to try it. I'm going to try it out tonight. I'm going to open it up. And of course, like I said, I cannot make videos on it or nothing until, but I can tease you guys about it because that's what the channels do. They tease you and they'll say, stay tuned. Stay tuned. So, yeah. Let me put this over here. I don't want to forget. Which is cool, I say it all the time. I made a review on the SD's Data D219. There is a bunch of videos on it already, but I wanted to make my review on it because, like I keep saying, make reviews and, for example, radio. I made a review on that radio. I didn't give it a good review. I was honest about it. And I thought they were not going to reach out to me. They reached out to me. They said, we really we watched the review. We would like to make we listen to you. We want to make improvements on it, and we would like to send as soon as we make improvements on it, we would like to send you another model for for you to review. I said absolutely. I said, yeah, that's fine, absolutely. So I know there's other channels out there, and I don't want to talk about other channels, but there's other channels out there that and there's nothing wrong with that. I know people say, oh, you compromise when you take radios from other companies. No, be honest. Just be honest. Be honest about it. And two things are gonna happen if you're honest about it. Either they're not gonna send you another one, or they're gonna really listen to you. So that's up to you. That's up to you as a YouTuber, as a content creator. What do you want people to really trust your review? So when I make a review of something, it's how I really feel about the radio. I'm not an expert. I'm not going to say, hey, I'm going to be an expert in every little intricacy of the radio. No. But my honest review is based on my experience with the radio. Doesn't mean that it's, but the radio, I had to be honest about it because I saw other videos on that particular radio, and some people said it was a great radio. It's not a great radio. I can tell you that right now. It's not. It's not a great radio. Not by any stretch of the imagination. That is not a great radio. So, I didn't bash it. That's nothing. Don't bash it. Say it's a piece of junk and fling it across the room or something. Don't do that either. Give your opinion about it in a respectful way. Especially if they reached out to you and send you the radio. I didn't have to buy that radio. So they reached out to me, and then I said, yeah, I'll try it out. And then when I tried it out, I gave them my review about it. And I didn't think they were going to reach out to me again. And they reached out to me again. They say, when we make the improvements on on this radio, we're going to add this and this. They made a checklist of things they want to add to it. And I said, that sounds good. It's not everything that I pointed out on it. It was some of the things they're going to add to it. And I said, well, so that means they listen. They were listening. They watched the video and they listened. So when they make that version, the new version of that radio, they say when we come out with the radio, we want you try it out. And I said, fine. Yeah, of course I'll try it out. So, keep that in mind for, you guys have review stuff, you know, even if it's not a good product, don't just completely bash it and just give your opinion about the radio without being, you know, I'm guilty of that because I did that before. I did that a long time ago with this one. But that's more because of him. It was more of a support issue. And that when this one didn't work, he was trying to blame me. He was saying that, do you know what you're doing? I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I've been, because this one you need to know Linux for this SDR. You need to know Linux, how to install Linux and things like that. So he started blaming me. I said, no, it's just a piece of junk. It's just that was a real piece of junk because it kept shutting off on me. So there was an issue with it. So that's why I gave it a crappy review on that one. And I told people, don't even waste your money on that thing. And I tried to use it a few months ago. Forget about it. It's a piece of junk. The only thing I'm going to salvage out of it is an Orange Pi computer in there. Maybe I can use that one for my radio station. Because there's an RTL SDR in there with an Orange Pi computer. That's what that is. That little orange box right there. But it doesn't. It's not stable. It stays on for a while, and then it shuts off. Then when you reboot, it doesn't. It's a mess. All right, let me read the chat. I don't want to fall too far behind. So MySpace said, I have a Grande shortwave radio, FR200. I'm looking to upgrade. FR200. That's where's mine? Is that the? Where's mine? I think it's back there. Let me see. That's the where's that one at? Wow. Oh, it's up here. Let me see if that's it. Is this one? Oh, no, it's a 300. Sorry. There's a 300. Eton. This is the Red Cross one, the white one. So you have the 200. I'm trying to remember which is the 200. Let me look it up. FR200. I don't have that one. Let's see. FR200. And hello, my radio DX, sir. Let me see. Yeah, similar to that one. Okay. Yeah, FR200. I see one on eBay here. Yeah, similar to that one. What's the difference between that one? Yeah, that's the earlier. Okay, that's the earlier model of that one that I just showed. Okay. So AM, FM, shortwave, hand crank receiver. They have one on eBay for $24.99. Okay. Yeah, this one I bought it from. This is a 300. But the 200 is like there's the earlier version. It's the model before this one. It's just a speaker grill's different. This one has a metal one. That one has this plastic. This one I forgot. I paid like $6. I bought this from Goodwill. I think it was Niagara. When I was in Niagara Falls, I picked this up too from a Goodwill. If I remember, it was like $7. I forgot. I have to look back at the video for this. It's worked fine. Everything is. I had to clean it up though. It was really yucky and not yellowish, but it was kind of like. And but I cleaned it up, and it looks good. It looks almost new. Let me put it right there. Zoom in. in Goodwill. And I still have to order the chip for that one. So another emergency radio, for $7, whatever, $6, I forgot what it was. And it works. It works good. It works fine. So the FR200, okay. Yeah. Modified DX, sir. So Mindsway is interested in the Satellite 2100. Excuse me. One day, let me see what that one is. I think Jules has that radio. The 2100, does he have that radio? I think he does. Is it this one that he has? I don't remember if he has this one. Okay, the 2100. Yeah, 2100 is a nice. Yeah, that's an older radio, though. That's a lot older. Running Satellite 2100. Yeah, that's from the. Okay, yeah, it's an older radio. Yeah. Yeah, but when you you gotta be careful when you buy these radios on eBay, though. That's the thing. Because older radios like that, I wouldn't pay too much for it. Also, I wouldn't pay a premium for. I mean, I like. There's a nice looking radio. The 2100 is, but I've seen them on eBay for ridiculous price. A real ridiculous price on it. Okay. Yeah, I made it to Australia right now. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, I don't know what's going on with that today. You cannot even leave a like? Wow. I don't know what's going on. All right, let me go back up here. I'm sorry about that. Mindsway. The 2100 is okay. I'm interested in the Grande. Okay, so I read that, and then doing trivia, going back and forth. The Mindsway 21 are the one that I would love to have, but also well, and that's the case with a lot of radios on eBay. Especially older radios. They tend to mark them up a little too high, and I don't even. A lot of these older radios, I got them from Craigslist. I go on Craigslist and a local person is selling it, and I bought most of them from there. The portables usually I buy online, but most of the boat anchor I bought them from because I'm not gonna pay top dollar for them, and I'm not gonna pay $100 shipping. Whatever. I'm not. I don't want it that bad. I was one or two radios, but I don't want them that bad that I'm gonna pay like $300-400. No, I'm not doing that. Not doing that. I have a limit depending on the radio. Like this one, I pay $50. We had to go all the way to Connecticut to pick it up, but it's $50. This one I bought it bundled with. This one I bought a bundle with the Zenith Transoceanic. I pay 150 for both. I think it was 150 for both. So I bought that one and one of the Zenith Transoceanic working condition for I think 150. I paid for the two radios. So $75 a piece. And another local seller. We had to go all the way up there to like 1 hour drive to go pick it up from there. But I'm not gonna pay the $300 or $400 for. No, I'm not doing that. And then this one was from Long Island. I bought that radio and this one bundled. It was 1, 2, and old multi-band radio, portable radio. I paid $250 for all 3 of them, and the speaker for that, which is over there. It's somewhere in the bottom. It's rusty though. I have to try to restore that. So I bought the 3 radios for $250 and the speaker. But you know, you gotta be eBay. You gotta be careful when you buy it. I wouldn't buy it. I would not recommend buying one of these boat anchor radio on eBay. No, I would try to get it locally. Either, you know, look, you know, yard sale. Not even a flea market, because flea markets too, they try to rip you off. I've been to flea markets where the price is almost as bad as eBay. Yeah, I wouldn't even bother with the flea markets, because I've been to a couple of the flea markets, and even thrift stores. Some of them, like there's a thrift store right here in South Broadway, and I went in there for you know, because this is the first time I saw the place. I went in there and he had a lot of stuff. So I was looking at a turntable. It was a what's the brand? BSR. It's a turntable. It's from the 70s. So I asked him, how much are you asking for the turntable? The first thing that comes out of his mouth, I just walked away. I said, this is ridiculous. Oh, on eBay, I seen that rated for $250. I seen that turntable for $250. I look at him like, I asked him one more time, how much do you want for it? And he said, well, so he says, again, I seen that turntable too. I say, again, this is not eBay. What you want for it? So I said, you know what? I walked around. I didn't even say bye to him. I just turned around and left. And said, you know, you're a thrift store, so chances are you got all this stuff for nothing. You're gonna sell me a turntable from the 1970s, and you're telling me, so you're telling me the lowest amount you're taking is $250. I said, get out of here. I found Technique turntables in the trash. I have one of them that I found in the trash. Actually, 2 of them. One my brother found and one that I found. I have a Pioneer turntable and a Techniques turntable, not the good one, not the Mark. It was another model in the trash, and it works fine. This guy looks at me for $2. He said, $200. I'm not selling. I'm not buying you that. So you got, you know, just because it's a thrift store doesn't mean it's cheap. And the Goodwill that's over here in Elmsford is the same thing. That's the worst Goodwill I've been to. The one in Elmsford. The guy even said it. The manager said, you know, when I was asking for his particular, I think it was I forgot what it was. And he said, well, he brings up eBay right away. Like everybody uses eBay as a price marker or something. I don't know, as a price. Well, on eBay, you can get that for this. I said, this is not eBay. I'm here. This is not eBay. Stop saying this. You can get this on eBay for this price. This is not eBay. How much are you gonna sell me this? You got this. I think it was a television, a flat screen, whatever it was. You got this for nothing. I mean, somebody donated it. Don't tell me about eBay. If I want to go to eBay, if I want eBay price, I go to eBay. Why am I coming to you? So that's what happened to this thrift store. I turned around and left. I said, forget it. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I said, if you're going to be with that mindset that I could get this on eBay, no, it don't work that way. The market is what dictates at that moment. You know, if I'm in that thrift store and I'm the only person that walked in there for the whole day, you better believe I'm trying to make you walk out of there with something. You understand? As a business person, you're not going to say to that person, this is on eBay. He's going to look at you and say, well, do you know what? Then why am I in the store? Then I could go to eBay then. It makes no sense. Hello, Jim Gordon from Scotland. I took my Texan PL310 for DX walk this afternoon with winter conditions are starting to make their presence felt on shortwave weather. Yeah. Same here last night. It was nice and cool outside. I went outside with my radio, with my D109. I took my D109 outside. I was listening to, Meeting with DXing, just with the radio. Again, with this radio, you can't use the camera because this thing overloaded. But by itself, it still works pretty good. I was then tuning in, listen to KXCL from Iowa. Listen to 1540 KXCL with that radio. Last like 2:00 in the morning, I was out there, and it's nice and cool. It's nice little wind. It started to get windy because the storm was coming in. Nice, and it's good for that. For that, it's good. But if you're gonna put the loop next to it, yeah, it's no go. It'll overload. Thank you, Jim's Radio Check. Thank you for the birthday wish. Yeah, my birthday was on Tuesday. Wednesday night, my wife took me out. It was a surprise. Took me to a Japanese restaurant. Hibachi. You know what hibachi is? When they grill everything right there. You sit around this. It's like a griddle, and they big flame. And that was fun. So this was one of the gifts. My wife got me this gift. A nice watch. So pretty happy about that. So yeah, it surprised me. I was like, I saw her getting ready, and she just came from saying, "Oh, we're going out." I was like, "Okay, we could just go out to eat." I was like, "Okay." So it surprised me when I walked in there, and I saw a couple of people that were there waiting for me. So that was nice. So thank you, Jim. Radio ID scan and other. Hello. No, you're not late. I started at 4:00, around 4:00. So you're not late. I was supposed to start at 3, but I was waiting for a package and this and that. So I didn't want to miss that package because it's raining out there. And I didn't want the package to sit out there and it gets wet. I need to get a Ring doorbell and put on my door. So when they, I don't have one. I don't have a Ring thing, a device. I'm going to leave it for a few. I'll leave it off for a few. So I had 19 people watching, 14 likes. Thank you very much. I've been on for 47 minutes, and an ad is coming in about 30 seconds. So I'll be right back. Let me go get a bottle of water. And while the ad plays on, I'll be right back. Yeah. Right. And the ad was inserted. I put balance ad because it gives you a choice. YouTube, I guess they're improving on the ad thingy. They give you a choice. Either you're going to be aggressive with the ad. That means it plays every so often, or balance. Or I put balance. That way, so I guess balance, it comes on every hour or half hour or something. Usually it's every hour, but sometimes it could be half hour. You get an ad. I leave it at balance. I don't mess with the ad settings. I don't put more ads. I don't want that. I don't want to. But I got to put some kind of ad because obviously I need something. Otherwise, I get nothing. I get no revenue. 20 people watching. Okay. That's the first time I saw 21 a couple of minutes ago. That's pretty good. 20. Wow. Thank you. So thank you, Jim, for the birthday wish. So I am now 57 years old. So radio ID scan. So you have the same radio? You have this one? Yeah. Oh, you have you have the red emergency radio and broken antenna. You seem to have broken antennas all the time. You have the radio had a broken antenna too? What you do to break your antennas? I'm knock on wood. Here we go. I don't remember the last time I broke an antenna. It does happen. I had a radio that the antenna just fell apart, but that was a cheap radio that I had years ago. I forgot what the radio was. It was way before I started this channel. I had a radio that I think it was given to me, and the antenna just fell apart. It was a piece of junk radio. It wasn't real. So you have this one in red. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like this radio. It's pretty cool. And of course, I picked up mine on Goodwill for next to nothing. Jim's radio check. For some reason, there's an AX, and you're like box, and they won't let you. Oh, I don't know. Like today, I don't get the heart. Today, I don't got the heart thingy to click on. YouTube always changing things. I don't know what's going on today. You can't click the like, but I mean, I got 14 likes right now, so it must be working. Because I got 14 likes so far. So, Matt Ready Dick said, hey, you're doing well on the West Coast. Let me refresh that. It's been maybe 2 hours. Let me see. Go. Okay, let me go back over here with this. Yeah, it's good today. Conditions like yesterday. Yesterday was really good. 10 meters. Today is good. And, you know, I can show you how if it's good because usually when you go to grid tracker, you see what it says right there? 20 meters is the best, but 10 meters is okay. It's good too. Look, see the activity, you know, so that's good. And of course, you see the activity going on over here. So it's good. Today is good. Yesterday was really good. Yesterday, I made a couple. I was only on for like an hour doing this. I made a couple of contacts right away. One was from Spain and one was from Czech Republic. I was on for an hour. I just came up here to do something. I put it on, and then so today's good. So that CB Lounge guy, I was on his channel last night. His CB Radio. He made a contact to Australia from Nevada last night. He was talking to somebody from he made a contact from New Zealand and then Australia. CB Radio, playing channel 38. I think it was lower sideband, channel 38. Was it lower sideband he had it on? Yeah, I think it was. I think he did one. I think he was doing AM mode, but he also did single sideband. But that's how good conditions were. He was talking to someone. He spoke to someone in Australia with the CB Radio. It was pretty good. I was like, oh. So I was on his channel chatting for a couple hours. I was up late. Then after that is when I relaxed, and then I went outside and was listening to my radio out there. So my radio diction says I was so PSK reporter is right there. So I'll show you that. So I got heard in Australia, Brazil, Ecuador, and there you go. Yeah. Yeah, so conditions are good. Let me go over here. So Mindsway, what do you recommend for buying a vintage stereo system? Again, that depends on your budget. Depends on if you. Me, I don't buy vintage. I don't. The stereos that I have, either they will somebody either I found it or someone gave it to me. That's it. Like somebody's throwing it out. I don't go out and buy vintage stereo system. And that's me. I just like I mentioned before. I bought I'm not buying no more radios. By the way, I'm you know, if I'm getting radios now, I'm getting a new transceiver. That's on my list now. Get a new transceiver. You know, 100-watt transceiver, which is probably going to be the Icon 7300. Any other radios, portable radio? If I go to, you know, for me, it's more opportunity. I don't have a list of things I want to buy anymore. I pretty much covered all that. You know, at first I want a tube radio. So I achieved that. I said, I got this one. This one was opportunity. You know, sometimes opportunity just come up. Sometimes you know, you could be at again, I don't want to say flea markets because I'm not a fan of flea markets. I guess I've had bad luck with flea markets. I don't think some flea markets, once I've been to, then suck. I think it's more opportunity. Opportunity. Like the DX100, I didn't plan to buy this radio, but I was on eBay. I saw this one for $50, and it was nobody bid on it. I had some spending cash that day or time, whatever, and it was, you know, $50. Nobody put a bid on it. The bid was about to expire. I mean, the auction was about to expire. It was down to like the last couple of minutes. So I waited to the last possible second. I made a bid on it. Boom. That, you know, $50. The lowest bid. That's it. And I won the bid. So I got the radio. $50 is mint condition, pretty much. Clean everything. I guess whoever had it didn't use it much and stored it in a nice, carefully stored, and it works fine. $50, you know. Of course, you can buy this for, you know, you can get on eBay for under 100, like maybe 70. I seen it for $75, whatever. $50, free shipping, everything. And so that was an opportunity. I just happened to be on eBay. I was looking for something else, and I saw this, and I said, "Man, I do want a DX100." And it was an opportunity. If I would have waited, I would have lost that one. I wouldn't have got that for that price. So sometimes it's opportunity. That's the only way I can tell you is opportunity. So for a vintage stereo, if that's what you want to get, like I said, it depends on your budget, depends on what you want. Me, I'm not really buying any more new radios. Only transceiver I want now is I'm covered in all that. Now, of course, in my case now, like I mentioned, this one, and this is a test. You know, company test radio. That's different. But I'm not actively, you know, and I do have vintage stereo. I have a couple of, I have a Pioneer amp tuner. I have a Denon tuner. I have turntables. I have a couple of, I have 2 cassette decks. And one of them I found in the trash. The other one I made the mistake of buying. I bought that one on eBay, but I paid like $20 for it. It was nothing. I paid like $20. It was a Radio Shack brand cassette deck Optimus. But the thing is, you know, I have to take it. I have to open and put the I think the belt. One of the motors down, but it's the belt because I can hear the motor. But I took a gamble on that. I just took a gamble on that. And yeah, then plus that one, when they got here, it was damaged because of shipping. So he wanted to give me a refund. Yeah, that one he gave me a refund. I forgot. Because that one, I guess the corner got chipped. Because again, United States Postal Service, I don't know what happened during shipping. Plus the guy packaged it. Some people don't know how to wrap a package. So that one came, the corner was broken. The minute I saw the broken chip corner. I said, oh man. So right away I complained. I said, listen, this thing is chipped. It broke. Look, I took pictures of it. And so I was about to give it a negative review for the packaging. And he, no, I'll give you a refund. But and I said, okay. So I gave him a review that even though it arrived damaged, the guy settled with refund. You know, I could get a whole thing about eBay. We were talking about that last night in that channel, CB Lounge 2112. We were talking about eBay and all that. That you have to be careful with eBay. But eBay has a protection. You know, you got money back. Even if the seller happens to be, you know, an idiot or whatever, you know, he try to scam you or whatever, you got money. You got money back protection. You know, things you have to wait for even if he says no refunds, you can still dispute that. There's ways to do that, especially if it arrives damaged, because it's still his fault with the shipping. He has to package it in a way where, because trust me, I got him packaged that the guy just put he put the radio in a box. That's it. He didn't bubble wrap it. He didn't put like anything around to protect it from, because those packages get tossed around. You may not believe that, but they do get tossed around sometimes. And in fact, most of the time they do get tossed around. So you have to be, you know. So I told him, this is not acceptable. This thing is broken. The reason why I pay this much because I saw it the way it is and the way you advertise it. You know, so that's why you got to be careful when buying anything. And I hate the way they use vintage. They throw that word around like it's a big deal. No, it's old. It's used. And then also, of course, capacitors go dry. So unless you're willing to open it up and maybe upgrade the capacitors and all that, you might have to do that at some point. You got to think about all that too. You know. So it's kind of one of those questions that it's up to you. You know, me, I don't buy. I really stopped buying old radios now. The ones I pick up now is more opportunity. Is more, you know, opportunity than anything. Oh, Salard, hello. I'm skipping down here. I'm going back upstairs. I'm going back upstairs. That's upstairs. I'm going down the chat. Okay, let me go back up here real quick, and then I'm gonna read. I'm gonna start rambling for a bit. I'm gonna read the chat. So thank you. Where am I now? Where am I now? I'm lost. Okay, PSK reporter. Okay. And stereo. Okay. Am I the only one that is not allowed for me to leave a like on this channel? Well, I still have 14 likes, so I don't know. 14 people watching, 14 likes. Thank you. 1 hour and 2 minutes in the books. Yeah. Modified MLA, I had old radios from eBay fail on me after a couple of months. I agree, not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful. But that's the risk you take when you buy stuff from not only eBay, you know, it's in general. Even Amazon. When I bought my I bought this. Actually, all three of my two scanners and my CB radio, those are all open box items. So this is not brand new. This is open box, it is brand new, but maybe somebody bought it and don't know how to use it and wasn't happy with it and send it back. Say, I don't want this refund, you know, for a refund. So they refurbish this radio. What they put is they just repackage it. So repackage it and you pay like 20% up to or 30% or more less than the retail value. So I bought this open box. It works fine. It looks new. When I bought it, it came with the box and everything, all the instructions, all the accessories that came with this. But is it brand new? No, it was open box. So I took that risk, but I didn't want to pay top dollar for this. So I think the retail price for this was, I think it was 100. At that time, I think it was 100 and I don't forget what. I paid $65. It was about $65 that I paid for this radio. 65 for the scanner. So I got it for about 30% less, 35% less than the retail value. because it's an open box. That's all. It was a and they for like with Amazon you do get 30-day, no questions asked, return. So I tried, I bought it, and 30 days I had to play around with it, and if I didn't like it for whatever reason, it was going back. And of course, I still have it. Now for how long? 6 years. Actually, almost 7 years. So yeah, sometimes you're gonna buy something that's just gonna go dead on you. I mean, look what happened to this radio. Even though I didn't buy it, they sent me this radio. Then this one, yeah, this one, the knob is, you see, the knob is broken inside. It's just spinning. And this is a brand new radio, and that failed. It failed. And I have the second one is over here. Where is it? I brought it up here. It's around there somewhere. Where did I put the second one? Anyway, it's around there somewhere. Anyway, I have two of them because they sent me this for review. But yeah, I mean, anything can fail. And it could be a new radio, it can still fail. Anything can fail. Yeah. Jim Gordon, with eBay is definitely buyer beware radios that are untested or can easily be repaired. Yeah. Yeah, I don't buy radios that they're not tested. That's another thing. I draw a line on some things. If they don't have the real image of the radio, if they put a stock photo of the radio, I just don't even look at that, Like if you're selling me, for example, if you're selling me this phone, right? Excuse me, sorry. That's the little birthday sign. If you're selling me this phone, I want you to take a picture of this phone, not a stock photo. I don't want a stock photo of a new phone. I want to see the phone, the exact phone that you're selling me. Because I want to see if it got little scratches or any little, whatever. So that's rule number one for me. If it's a stock photo of the product that you're selling, go just run away from it. Don't even bother with that. If it says untested, most of the time I'm gonna just pass on that too. You have to put that it's working. You don't have to test every function, especially if you don't know. For example, if somebody's selling me a shortwave radio, but they don't know anything about shortwave listening, they're gonna say, they could put like, I turned on the radio, I listened to a couple of stations on AM, but I don't know how to use the rest of it. I'll believe that person. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll say, okay, then this person probably doesn't know what to look for on shortwave. That's understandable. That's okay, because a lot of people are not going to understand shortwave. So they'll say, I've seen when I bought this radio, it is an exception. I bought this on eBay. This, sorry, oh my God, I hit this one. The S2, holographic S200. Yeah, S200, sorry. That's 200. I made the exception. That was opportunity. I think I paid like what was it, like $50? But that one, it was the daughter that was selling it. The daughter was, she put a whole bunch of, she put, oh, my father passed away, blah 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 blah. I'm selling off. So he had this radio, and she mentioned, I turn it on and I get a hum. That's what she put. She was very descriptive about it. So I bought the radio despite having a hum, because I could I could try to fix that. And I might have paid too much for it actually. Oh no, it wasn't $50. She wanted $50, and I bought it for $35 because I made an offer. And then I said $35. That's my offer. That's it. So I bought it for $35. I think it was $35. And it has a hum. She put all that down. So I know what the risk is. I'm gonna try to fix it. Most likely the filter capacitor or something like that, or maybe change a couple of other things. But it powers up, and you can hear it. But there's a hum, constant hum. It works, but there's a hum. I'm getting itchy in my nose. I need to clean this room. Oh my god, I need to come up here and really I think it's like a little dusty. Yeah. So yeah, buyer beware. So definitely beware of all those things. I mean I should make a video series on that. What to look for, what not to look for, because people have been burned by eBay, and I've been fortunate, but there's things that I stick to. You know, if I see something with a stock photo, I just, even on Craigslist, same thing. If somebody's selling something on Craigslist, if they put a stock photo something, I don't even look at it. I say, you know what? When you put a stock photo, if you can't, today's technology, everybody has a phone that can take pictures. If you cannot take a picture of the product you're selling, I don't want to talk to you. That means something is, either you're in the Stone Age or something. I didn't want to talk to you. Definitely not buy something off of you. So I'm going to pass you up right away. Take multiple pictures, different angles. I want to see not only the front of it, I want to see the back of the radio. I want to see, maybe that's underneath the radio or things like that. Be honest. Is missing something or whatever, be honest about it. Honesty goes a long way. Honesty goes a long way, it does. People are going to trust you and they're going to willing to spend the money. Be honest. Don't try to get over on somebody. Send them something that something's not working and think that you're going to get away with it. No. It's going to come back to you sooner or later. All right, I got to add in about 10 seconds. I'll be right back. Let the ad come. Let me stretch for a minute. Stretch for a minute. All right. So 1 hour and 12 minutes in the books. 18 people watching, 14 likes. Thank you. Maybe there's something wrong with the like. Maybe it's stuck. It's still 14 likes. Wow. It's been like that for a while. Wow. Radio ID scan. Your birthday's on Wednesday. Well, happy birthday. Coming up for radio ID scan. So everybody show your appreciation by saying hello and happy birthday to him. Yeah. Yeah, my radio right. My radio DX. In the past, eBay was the place you could find bargains. Now, it is an expensive flea market. I blame those TV programs where people sell. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, because people watch these reality crap. And of course, there's channels that I've seen YouTube channels dedicated to that. People go buy stuff on eBay. Like, for example, people buy Amazon, like the pallet. A pallet. You know what's a pallet, right? Big. So it's like a whole pallet full of Amazon stuff in there. And people buy that, and then they open it up and they show everything that's inside the pallet and all that stuff they could try to sell or keep. So people kind of glorify. Yeah. But whether that's the case or not, you're still in control. I always look for bargains. I always, I'm diligent about that. I do my due diligence on that. I don't get caught up with that. It's up to you. It's still up to you when you go buy something. You always have you have the right to walk away. I walk into, like I said, that thrift store. He had a lot of stuff in there, but I was the only one in the store. And it's a big place. He's all the way at the end over there, and I'm looking at everything. I'm walking around, and I'm the only one in the store. If I was the owner of that place, I wouldn't let you walk out with nothing. I would say, listen, I'll give you a price, but then if you're not happy with that price, I'll try to bring it down a little bit. And I said, well, Well, if you're not willing to pay this one, how about this one? I'll bring another turntable over. You know, I would try to keep him in the store until I get something out of him. The guy was just like, no, you can get this on eBay for $250. That's it. I'm like, bro, I didn't ask you that. I asked you how much are you willing to sell it for? Not eBay. Don't tell me about eBay. I don't want to. I'm walking into a brick and mortar store. I know your rent is probably high in this place over here in South Broadway. You're gonna let me walk out of here without even trying to, you know? Because I had a price in my head already. I'm going like this in my head. I had a price in my head already. How much I would have paid for that BSR record player? My price was not going to be $200. No, not even half of that. I had a price in my head about maybe $40, $50. That's it. I'm not going no more than that. He would have said, you know, but he said $250. I said, are you looked at him, are you kidding me? I'm not paying you $250 for a almost 50-year-old turntable. I'm sorry. I don't care what brand it is. I'm not giving you $250. But I draw the line in the sand. I don't care. I don't get it. That's a big one too. Don't get emotional about something you buy. Leave your emotion out of it. If you get emotional about anything you buy, you're gonna pay too much for it. You're gonna pay too much for it. I'm telling you that right now. I learned that early because that happened to me. It happened to me when I first started buying stuff years ago. Get emotional. Do not get emotional about buying and selling. And that applies for a lot of things, even stocks and all that. Right, Peter? Szilard, Peter, right? Don't get emotional about buying stocks and all that. Buy anything in general. Don't get emotional. All right, let me move down the chat. Hey, hello, Aziz. Where's that? Sorry. I'm going to pronounce it Aziz. Okay, let me go down the chat a little. Something stuck right here. What the hell? All right, sorry about that. All right, Jim Gordon, I have found that with the D109, it overloads badly if you near a transmitter site. Yeah, definitely, it does overload. You'll definitely get RF breakthrough. It is a bit too sensitive. It is. It's definitely sensitive. You know, right now it's my everyday radio. I'm in the boiler room, or last night I was outside. I take this radio with me because, you know, if it falls, and it gets dinged up, it's okay because it's this radio. I don't want to use more. I don't want to use my better radios or my premium radios, like the Sony. You know, my Sony. My Sony's, you know, one of my better radios. I don't want to take that one and use it every day because I don't want to, you know, plus that one is older. So I'm trying to keep that one as pristine as possible. So my everyday radio will be this one, like my bedside radio and all that. I will use this one. Even this one with the broken knob, I use this one, bro. But I have the other one is I left it downstairs. I'll use that one. That's the one I use all the time when I don't listen to radio, bedside or whatever. I'm in the boiler room. The Gradio, the one that I made a review on, that one is in the boiler room. I just use that one I have it on one station all the time. I just use it for that. You know, it serves a purpose. Is it my go-to radio for like going with me on travel? No. But that one serves its purpose for that, for having it in the garage or in the boiler or whatever. You know? Like my Sony boombox, that's the one I take with me to the garage when I'm in the garage. Because, you know, those radios, you know, if something happened to it, well, you know, it's okay. I'm not gonna lose sleep for any radio, but definitely that radio, you know. And that one, the Sony boombox, I paid like $6 for that. Yeah. Jim's Radio Check. I'm back. For some reason, they blocked Jim's Radio Check out of Jim's Radio Check. And finally came back. Oh, okay. I don't know. Because yesterday, YouTube was loading slow for me. But it could have been, I don't know what it was. It could have been anything that was happening because it was loading my channel was loading slow for some reason. I don't know what it was. Weird. Dwayne Trivia, I would like to have a Grundig 800, and eBay has lots of them, but the price is getting low on them in the last year. But you never know what. Yeah, I mean, I bought mine, but that was Craigslist. I bought my 800 from Craigslist. Craigslist seller in Brooklyn. He lived in Brooklyn. I paid $150 for that one. I might have paid a little too much. I know it sounds like $150. You know, but it's you know, but he told me no, it works fine. Everything's working fine. He just wanted to sell it, and he threw it. He sold me that CB walkie-talkie. So the CB walkie-talkie and those two yellow ones. He gave me one. These two yellow FRS. These are FRS, and it has weather band too. That CB radio up there, the black walkie-talkie, and the gurney, $150. He originally wanted $200. I said, so I said, listen, I'll give you $150 for it. He said, okay. He didn't. I said, okay, you take it, $150. $150. It works fine. I think the antenna is a little. It feels a little loose, but it works fine. Because I asked, and it came with the power supply. That's a big thing about the Grundig 800. Make sure you get the power supply that goes with it. Because I heard that if you get a aftermarket power supply for that one, it's noisy. There's tends to be issues with that. So I got the power supply that came with it. Because I heard that's a big thing with that radio. If you buy that radio, make sure you get it with the power supply that came with that radio. It's a monster power supply. It's big. It's a brick. It's a brick, and then you have a regular. It's not the whole wall you put it on the wall. It actually goes on the floor. It's a plug. It's pretty long. I can show you here. I have it plugged in. It's a brick. I know it's like a brick. Back there. So make sure you get it with the power supply that goes with that. Because I heard that if you try to buy the different power supply, it tends to get noisy and all that. Like I said, do your due diligence. Szilard, hello, Peter. Szilard, Peter. Czech Republic is close to home, yeah. And Bobby, what's up, Bobby? WA5107 SWL, Morgan City, Louisiana. Radio ID, scan and other AM, FM radio, red emergency, yeah. So you got the red version. They'll have weather. Weather, yeah, you have weather. That one has weather. See right here, look. So AM, FM here, the weather's right here. This knob right here for the weather. So you got AM, FM, and the weather band right here. Sorry about that. Weather band is right here. So that, and of course the crank. Crank. So the FR200 doesn't have weather. Let me see. You have the red. You have this one, the red one. So yeah, it's weather. So you mentioned weather. Jim's radio check. I finally figured out why that screw-on antenna did not work good on the MLA hit. It was getting. There's a setting in the setting that you have to turn. Yeah. You have to turn on the if you want to use the internal antenna. So. Oh, that's why yours wasn't working. Because my MLA hit. Of course, I have the clone. Let me be careful taking it out. I have the clone, the Chinese one. I don't have the official MLA hit. I have the one that Jill's has. I bought this one from AliExpress. The antenna, it comes with a whip antenna. It works, but it's not that good. It's not that. And plus, when I wasn't outside with it. I was in the boiler room when I tried this. With the whip antenna, it's not going to be that good in the boiler room anyway because I'm in the basement. And that also that antenna is also for medium wave and everything because there's no ferrite in here. There's no ferrite in here. I didn't open it up, so I don't know. So this is for everything. So medium wave, short wave, everything. So you need. I'm gonna hook this up to. I hooked it up to the MFJ. I think before I might have hooked it up with the MFJ to try it out. The MFJ 1886 loop. It worked okay, but it's the settings. I need to mess around with the settings. But with the whip, it's not that good. It's not that. But then again, in my case, I wasn't outside with it. It probably would have worked better outside with the whip because a lot of people seem to like this radio. I think it's okay. I do like the noise reduction on this radio though. It's probably the best noise reduction, even better than the tabletops. The noise reduction on this thing is amazing. I'll give that thumbs up for that. I need to play around with this again. But I want to hook it up with the MLA 30 this time. I want to try with the MLA 30. So in your case, it was just the setting. Okay, sometimes that happens, a little simple little thing like that. And BT Radio pulls back. I had to clean the gutters. Okay. Radio ID scanner. Why do you do live stream? Because I want to do live stream. Actually, I enjoy doing live stream more than sometimes making some videos. Sometimes when you make a video, let's say an instructional video or whatever, you have to edit it. You have to shoot different. You have to do a whole bunch of shots. Then you have to edit it. Then you upload it. Sometimes they get a good response. Sometimes they get a so-so response. Live stream, you don't have to do anything. You just come on here, talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I've been out for 1 hour and 27 minutes now. So this is an hour. This is like a long video. Once this is replayed, once I'm done with the live stream, this is a video that stays on YouTube library. So it's my uploading video. Also, I'm in the YouTube partner program, right? That means that when you get 1,000 subscribers and you get 4,000 watch hours, you need to keep that 4,000 watch hours every year, right? If you don't have the watch hours, guess what happens to the YouTube partner program? After a year, they kick you off. So right now, for example, I'm in the YouTube partner program, right? That means that any ad you see, I get a piece of that. I get a piece of that revenue. Of course, we all want to make some kind of money. Eventually, you want to make some kind of money on your channel. Even if it's a few dollars here and there, any amount of money is going to help. You know, my YouTube, when I get my YouTube money, usually I spend it right away back on this channel. You know, I buy a microphone or, you know, a webcam. It always comes back to the channel, or buy another radio or something. So it's not like I'm rolling in dough and I'm making a lot of money. Big thing about the 4,000 watch hour is that you need, unless you're getting a lot of views on videos, I'm not getting a lot of views. I don't get a lot of views, okay? But what helps the watch hours a lot is my live stream. It keeps my watch hours up. So I'll give you an example. This year I already went over the 4,000 viewing hours, or the watch hours. It's called 4,000 watch hours. So I already qualify for another year of YouTube partner program. And there's a couple of other things you have to do. You have to upload videos every so often. You cannot go like last time I went 6 months without a video because I was sick. I had the COVID and my voice was really messed up and all that. So for 6 months I didn't upload a video. That's why they dropped me. They drop you. So when I came back to YouTube, I said, you know, after, you know, my voice got better, I said, I'm going to start doing live stream. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna see if this helps with the watch hours. It does help. So when you do live stream, for those of you guys that are over 1,000 subscribers and all that, and you're not getting no watch hours, you're gonna have to live stream if that helps. Unless you're getting a lot of views, you're gonna have to do some kind of live stream, even if 1 hour, 2 hour. I've done live stream where I've been out for almost 6 hours. 6 hours I've done live stream. Most of my live stream are 2 hours, 3 hours. And if I need to do more watch out, I'll be here more often. That's fine. But right now I qualify for it, so I'm okay. So once or twice a week or whatever, so that's why I do live stream. But I do it because I enjoy it too. If I didn't enjoy doing live stream, trust me, I wouldn't be on. I would not be on. You gotta enjoy it too. If you don't enjoy it, then you have no business doing live stream. That's why. So I hope that answers your question, because I know you have a channel. See, like your channel, I've been to your channel. You have a lot of short videos. You're not, so when right now, of course you're not, but if you ever get to 1,000 subscribers, you're not gonna qualify for the partner program because you don't have the hours. You have too many short videos. There is an area now that if you have 10 million views on shorts, then you qualify for the YouTube partner program. But I learned that a long time ago, because that's a mistake that a lot of people do on YouTube. They say, "Oh, I don't want to make my videos too long because I don't want to turn off." Doesn't matter. You post what you want to post. Sometimes I make long videos. I don't care. People don't like it. Some people, it's my content. If I make an instruction video and it's a 15, 20-minute video, or even a 30-minute video or whatever, you don't have to watch it. You can skip parts of it and say, I only want to watch this. I don't want to watch that. Or better yet, well, I don't want to say better yet, but it's up. So in your case, you have short. I know that you have a lot of short videos. That's good. That's gonna be good for now. But when you get to the 1,000 subscriber mark, when you get to that number one day, you're gonna have to bring up the watch hours. That's what happened to me. And that's another thing. YouTube always changed things around. When I started, the YouTube partner program was for 100 subscribers. You had to get 100 subscribers, and that's it. Then about a year and a half into it, right before I hit 1,000 subscribers, right? I was the second year. Then they raised it. You need 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch hours. So I didn't qualify for the program because I didn't have the watch hours. And because I don't get views. I don't get a lot of views. I have some videos that get okay, but I don't get a lot of views. I get a few views here and there, but I don't get a lot of views. For whatever reason, that's fine. So that's why I do live stream. I do it because I want to do it, because I've been dying to do live stream. In my case, it was just, I have a face for radio. So that's why I was hesitant about that for a while. But I finally decided I'm going to do it because I need to do it too. I want to connect with my audience in a way, because it's hard. That's another thing. And it's up to you. Again, it's up to you. In my case, I decided I want to connect with my audience. Because a lot of people that are here, I met them in official SWL channel, his live stream. So I got to know some, and some of them I subscribe to their channel. They have their own channel. Like we formed, like a friendship. It's a friendship. I follow his channel. They follow my channel. That type of thing. So my live stream is my way of talking to them and saying, you know what, man, my time to connect with you guys. That's what it is for me. And another thing about live stream, in my case, people always ask questions, and that's fine. On a live stream, you can answer the question better than if you leave a comment and I have to comment back, then you comment back, then I comment. That takes longer. That's why I like the live stream, because people ask me and I could tell them right away. I could say, okay, a lot of it is that too, answering questions. Answering questions, or they want my opinion about something or whatever. My God, my nose is really. I'm gonna have to bring that air filter up here, air purifier. My God, it's really. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, moving on. I'm sorry about that. VT Radio. First day of fall. See how the Terminator is straight up and down. Oh yeah, yeah. Aziz Hashmi. In your opinion, is there any way to reduce medium wave band noise in a noisy environment through adaptive filtering, notch filters, or using AI based? I don't know about AI based filter. I don't know about that. Unfortunately, well, there is some things you can do. Like one thing I'm not doing, I'm using that LED light right now. If I was medium wave DXing, I would turn off every LED I can. In my case, I haven't done it. I haven't hooked up the discone yet, but that discone antenna, remember when I plugged it in, I will get that hum. I'm not getting the hum now because that discone antenna is not connected to any radio yet. The minute I hook that up, I'm going to introduce that hum again. I'm going to have to do the same thing I did in the basement. I'm going to have to find a ground and try to clip, but I haven't run into that issue yet. Other than that, it's just environment. There's so many variables to you. There's so many in today's environment. When I say today, I mean even around you. Neighbor across the street could have something going on over there. I had somebody do a grow light. I don't know. Talking about tenants that were there before. I think they were growing weed in the house. Of course, they're not there anymore. They got evicted. But now I was getting noise from another source. But I finally figured out it was I think it's the utility over here, the transformer. So I'm not gonna, when I hook up the discone again, which I will be doing soon to a radio, and that noise come back, I'm gonna have to figure out how to ground that. I made a video on that anyway. It's in, to get rid of the annoying hum. And I just had I think it was with the switch. I took out a screw, put a wire, and just clipped it into I have it downstairs, the power strip. It's the power strip with the coax. And that one seems to get rid of the hum. So I'm going to have to bring that power strip up here too. It's called power conditioner. That's what it's called. So when I clipped the alligator clip, it was a wire with alligator clip. I clipped it to the connector. The hum disappeared. It's weird. It's just, let me see. I can find that video. I'll put the link to that video together because I can't explaining it is one thing, showing it is another. So let's see. Go to videos. And this video is about a year old now. Let me see. Let's scroll down here. 7 months ago. Okay, I made this video. Okay, let me pause that. I don't want to hear that. Let me put the link to that video, give you an idea. So now I got to replicate that up here. I'm just going to bring that power strip. It's called power strip, but it's also a power conditioner. And I'm going to recreate that up here because I know I'm going to get, as soon as I plug in that discone to a radio, I'm going to get the hum. Until I move that disc, and I didn't get to move it this summer. I didn't go up there at all this summer. So, but I'm going to have to move that discone. And I still got to do that thing that David suggested. David's radio room suggested. He suggested that I take my portable outside to the front of the house and go to the utility pole and see if the noise gets stronger there. And if it's only in that pole, then it's the transformer. If I follow that power line, if I follow the power line, like say down the block, and the noise keeps following with the power line, then it's the power line itself that's introducing the noise. So I need to do that. And I keep, I just have so many other things that come up. I need to do that one day, but I want to make a video of that too. So maybe I'm gonna have to ask my son to help me with that. Maybe I could do a video with my son. Maybe he'll hold up the camera or the phone, and then I'll do the test. Because I don't want to put the phone near the radio, because the phone introduces noise too. I want to do it scientifically possible, the proper way. I want my son to hold up the camera away from me, and I'm going to do the demonstration. Because I want to know if it's the power. Because if it's the power line, then I got to contact the utility and tell them that is they have an issue with the power line. Because I noticed the noise since they put the new transformer over a year ago. So it could be that. So Hashmi, Aziz, I'm sorry. Can I answer definitely about that question? There's so many variables to that. And it sucks because it's medium wave. Like, for example, I was at a hotel in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago. I think it's because of the pool. There was a pool next to, on the same floor where my room was at, a swimming pool. I guess because of maybe the pool filter and all that is running constantly and all that. It was noise. It obliterated the whole medium wave band. Even when I went outside the hotel room, a couple of 100 feet away from the hotel room, I was still getting noise. A lot of noise. I mean, I couldn't pick up not once. The noise was so loud, I couldn't hear not even one station on medium wave. It obliterated the whole band completely. I never had that happen to me. So AM radio listening is impossible in that hotel room. And I was there for 2 nights. Yeah, 2 nights. No, 1 night. Excuse me. 2 nights. And it was obliterated the whole medium wave band. It was awful. So that part, I took my SDR and everything. I was thinking I'm gonna do medium wave DX from Pennsylvania. Nothing. I couldn't do nothing. 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 All right. Be back soon. Dwayne Travis says, be back soon. Jim's Radio Check. I was going to call you Jim's Radio Shop. Jim's Radio Check. I only buy radios at resale shops. Yeah. Mike Migi, thank you for the birthday wish the other day. Thank you. Listening only, driving in Ophelia. Be careful and be careful driving. Yeah, right now we're just getting rain over here. Actually, I'm gonna do something real quick with the I have it's a sump pump, but it's not automatic. I'm gonna run it for about a minute. It's hooked up with Alexa. I have an Alexa outlet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it on right now to pump out the water. I was getting a little bit of water in that area. So I'm gonna plug it. I'm gonna run it right now. Alexa, here you go. See, it says plugs. Okay, later. You see what it says first plug? Let me see, show you. So I'm going to turn on the first plug. I just turned it on. So right now, the pump is pumping out any water that's in that spot. It's not an automatic sump pump. It's just a pump. Because, that one was $60. It was cheap. It was. It is a good pump. It pumps out. It's one-third horsepower. Since I bought that pump, I have not gotten any water in my basement. Because right now it's raining on and off. So, if I didn't have that pump, it slowly the pit, where the sump pump is at the pit, it would have filled up with water, and then the water would have spread through the rest of the basement. That has not happened since I bought that pump. Not even close. So right now, I'm going to run it for about a minute or two. And any water that's in there, it's coming in there, it's going to get pumped out in that pit. And that's it. That's all. And eventually, I'm going to get an automatic one with the ball, they call a ball valve. It's a floating valve, like the ones that the ones inside they have inside the toilet. It's a ball that floats on the water, and the water gets to a certain level, it turns on the pump. Eventually, I get one of those, but right now that's working fine. And I have it hooked up to a hose, to a long garden hose, and it's going all the way down the alley outside. So right now that water's pumping right now. It works. It works good. So I ran it for right now. It's about 2 minutes, right? So now I'm gonna shut it off, and that's it. I'm gonna shut it off right now. The pump. Now the reason why I did this because remotely, for example, when I was on vacation, if I check the forecast over here, my brother tells me if it's raining or not, I just turn it on, and that's it. And so right now my basement been pretty dry. That's why I moved up here because before I had that pump, I was getting water in the room. It made it to the room. It was a little puddle. I was like, oh my God, please no. But today we're supposed to get maybe 2 inches of rain. That's it. It's not gonna be like 5 inches of rain in 2 hours. Nothing like that. Nothing like what happened that time. Something that happened in Vermont. We didn't get that. We missed that one. It happened further up. They got flooding to the point where the streets were flooded. Some homes got flooded. Things like that. Yeah. All right. Let me work my way down quick. Come back up. Hello, K6 SUD. Yeah, I was on last night in the CB Lounge, 2112. So he was there too. DJ Brobot. That's what I hate about some pawn shops using eBay to set sales. eBay is the worst too for that. Exactly. I agree. DJ Brobot. Yeah, I hate when they do that, when they use eBay as a barometer for pricing. I was like, no. Stop using eBay. That's what happened with this Goodwill up here in Elmsford. Using eBay as a pricing tool. Spot on that. Yeah, I hate that. It's really that you want to get rid of a customer faster than that. Use eBay as a pricing tool. I walk out of any store. So yeah, okay. So Jim's ready to check. I bought a SanGN refurbished. It was fine. I never had a problem with it. Oh, cool. Yeah, I buy refurbished all the time. Jim's ready to check. I saw ad that said radio turns on, but I had no antenna. Yeah, exactly. You know what you're buying. VT radio, and gonna take a nap now, followed by dinner. I'll be checking later. Okay, have a good nap. Yeah. Ronan Murphy, hello and welcome. Hi. Yeah, I remember you. You remember you was asking about the MFJ. Hi, Danny. My MFJ 1886 went dead suddenly. I can get some signal if I put the center conductor plug into the MFJ. If I fully screw in an MFJ, all the signals go. Any ideas? Oh, I don't know. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like it's a shorting or something. Like either the coax itself, there's a short. I can't explain it because when you put the center conductor in, you get the signal, but the minute you tighten it up, in other words, the outer shield or the outer shield, you signal. So it sounds like there's some kind of short. It looks like, but it was short where though? Is it the coax? So can you try another coax? If you have another coax handy, I would try another coax first. If it happens with another coax, then it's definitely not the coax. It's definitely I don't have the loop, the preamp in the loop. Maybe there's something going on with the preamp in the loop. You can open it. I had opened mine up. I did open mine up. It's pretty simple circuitry. It's not. I will look in there. If something is shorting. Maybe there's some kind of short. I will look at the connector on the other side, where it's soldered. I was gonna say welded. Where it's soldered, I would check all those. It could be a issue with the soldering. It could be dry. It could be a what they call that? What they call that? Dry solder. What they call it? When a solder it cracks, it's making a little bit of contact, but it's like sometimes you're gonna have to resolder that. So it sounds like it's working. It's just a short. There's a short. So you can open up the preamp and look at it. But before I do all that, I'll just run another coax and try a different coax. If you can, maybe it could be the radio. Also, the radio itself, whatever radio you're using, try another radio. Maybe the short is happening to that radio. Maybe the radio itself. So I would try before I would go. I would try and troubleshoot. I will try another coax first. Eliminate that because it could be the coax. And then I will look at the preamp. I will open it up. I think it's 2 screws that hold the lid. Take out the screws and just look at it. Now, make sure when you put the lid back, make sure you put the gasket. There's a gasket. It has a gasket in there. Make sure, and look at the preamp. Look inside the preamp. And then, let's see. It could be something in the preamp. Maybe, because remember, it's out there in the weather. Remember, I have mine up there for over 5 years. Cold weather, hot weather. I get 4 seasons here. Eventually, something's gonna give on that thing. It's either the soldering or anything, any component inside there is gonna give or something. Or in your case, it sounds like it's working, but it's shorting. So it sounds like a short. Yeah. Yeah, my radio DX. Yeah, I know you had an issue with your wellbrook. My radio DX, my wellbrook failed because of the preamp. So it looks like a common failure. Yeah, it has to do with the preamp. Usually the preamp gonna fail. Because remember, it's out there in the elements, even though it's in that box. And I know in the MFJ they don't put when you open up I'll show it. I can't open it up and show you. That's one thing that I need to do that with MFJ. I'm gonna have to open it up and put some resin in there. Because that one, when you open up the MFJ, there's no resin in there, nothing. It's just like that. There's nothing. You know how this one, they put the resin, they put that black resin in there. I know in the Wellbrook, they do that too, right? My Radio DX. Yeah, especially Aaron, he said it's wet there. Yeah, it could be condensation. If you get condensation, when I say condensation, you know what I mean. But, in layman's terms, for anybody that doesn't understand condensation, it gets wet a lot. Even if you have a gasket, sometimes water might have went in there, or condensation. It just gets wet in there for some reason. And one of the components, whatever it got, like I said, I get 4 seasons here. I get hot weather. And cold weather, I get all that. And I'm surprised it hasn't failed on me yet. The one up there. And that one has no resin. No, the MFJ doesn't have resin inside. I opened that one up. I know, and it doesn't have any of that. So I will try different coax first, eliminate that possibility. Yeah, even the MLA 30 has not failed. Mine have not failed yet. And because that's one thing I give the MFJ. They made this right. They made this right. They got the nice gasket in there. The other one is outside. Right now, it's been outside for a few years. Now, it's not failed. This thing, they made this thing, You're welcome, Ronan. Let me go back up here. Yeah. So I would definitely look at that. My Radio DX, what I have noticed with my channel is my talking video get a lot more views and watch hours. They do. That's what happened here. My reception videos, they don't get that many views. When I'm covering a topic and I'm talking about something, those videos get a lot more views. They get a lot more engagement. They get more likes. They get more comments. Yeah, so people are going to watch those. So a live stream is the next step. It's the next step. So my likes is working. I got 19 likes. So, okay, so there's nothing wrong with the like button. Jim. It's fine. It's working fine. 1 hour and 54 minutes in the books. So, yeah. Richard Wagner. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm skipping right now. Let me go. So, oh my God. Okay. I forgot to finish reading my radio. So I get a lot more views and watch out. That is an idea for those who want to boost their channel. I am not monetized yet. Yeah. Because you already got over 1,000 subscribers. You need the watch hours. And that's your kick. I know you have 1,000, you way over 1,000. You're like 1.7, 1.8, 1.7. I forgot one. Anyway, I know you way over 1,000. So yeah, you need the watch hours. So yeah, so I would start looking into live streaming. Because that really helped me out with the watch hours, is the live streaming. And they don't count the hours during the live streaming. After the live stream is over, the replay, they start counting the watch hours. So right now, I've been out for 1 hour and 55 minutes. They're not counting this yet as watch hours. When I'm done with my live stream, is they start counting that live stream, whoever watches it on the replay, as part of your watch hours. So keep that in mind too. But yeah, to qualify the YouTube Partner Program, you need 4,000 watch hours every year, not just one time, every year, and upload content on a regular basis. Don't make the mistake that I did. 6 months, even though I couldn't talk, I just took a break. I took a break. I couldn't make video, but I should have. I wouldn't have got kicked out. But I learned my lesson. Now that's, as a matter of fact, if that didn't happen to me, I would have never. How can I say it? I would have never. It would have never. It wouldn't have. It wouldn't. Blah, blah, blah. If that didn't happen to me, it probably wouldn't have motivated me to do live stream. But the fact that it happened to me, I had to figure out a way. Okay, I need to get watch hours up. How can I get watch hours? I'm not getting a lot of views on videos. What is the best way to get watch hours? And the consensus was you have to live stream. You have to live stream also for my channel. Now, if your channel gets a lot of views on just videos and you don't want to do live stream, then you don't have to. But the watch hours does help out with my viewing hours. I can tell you that unequivocally. I sound like a politician when I said that. Unequivocally. But it is a fact. In my case, the watch hours the live streaming does help with the watch hours. It helps you with the watch hours. Because people watch my replay and I have the chat replay and all that. And so it does help. My advice on noise reduction. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, get a loop antenna. Exactly. Aziz, I will look into getting a loop antenna. Because it's also directional. So you could null out noise too. That's a good point, man. I didn't think about it. Good point, man. Rated DX. Spot on. If you can get a loop antenna, you get an MLA 30 for around $40, under $50. MLA 30, great antenna for medium wave too. I highly recommend this antenna for medium wave. Of course, indoor for your portable, you get something like this. This is a passive loop. Okay, there's no amplification on this. You just move it around, have it next to the radio. You tune the band that you want to, a medium wave station, and you move this around, null out the noise. Also pick up, null out one station. You want to hear another station, you can do that, or have this one outside, MLA 30, and hook that up. If your radio has an external antenna connector, you would use this. Because I don't think you say what radio you listen, for which radio you are listening to. Of course, for my tabletops, I need external antenna, so I have the MFJ T86 out there, or this guy out there. So great point on that. Also, noise cancel. I don't have one, but I heard those are pretty good. So my radio DX, yeah, medium wave issue is a loop antenna, and maybe look into getting a noise canceller. Also, a common mode, Richard Wagner, another point there, common mode choke. I don't have one. I should get one. I'm gonna look into that too. There's one I was interested in. Of course, I got the ad. Okay, I notice the ad. Wait a second. Cheers. Got to stay hydrated. Excuse me. 2-hour mark. So 2 hours. That's why I get the 2-hour mark. So it's on top of the hour now for me. Yeah, 2-hour mark. All right. Yeah. So Richard Wagner, that is spot on. Common. I need to get one. I was looking into one. I have one on my Amazon wish list. Common mode choke. And I need to get one of those. I know Oxford Shortwave Log has another one that he uses. I forgot what is it called. He's a galvanic isolator or something like that. And he swears that thing is very good. I seen it. It's pretty good. A little might be a little pricey. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's something like that too. But definitely, Richard Wagner is right about that. Common mode choke can help. Yeah. Jim's Radio Check says, living in the city, you just get so much noise. Yeah, I mean, I live in a small city here in Yonkers. It's the third largest city in New York State. But I live in a spot where I'm a little fortunate. I have trees in the backyard, and there's no close neighbors nearby. Only in the front of my house is close proximity with my neighbors. But in the back, I have area where, so I can still listen to stuff. So I'm fortunate on that. I'm very fortunate when it comes to that. Yeah. Yeah. James Radio Check. Don't forget when you set your cell phone close to the radio that picks up. Yeah, I know. My depending on the radio too. Like this radio, forget it. This one, forget about it. I can't be this close to the radio when I'm filming. Obliterate the radio. It'll obliterate the signal. On the Sony, much better. That has better front end. It's much better shielded, that radio, than this radio. On the Sony, I can put my, but I need to get a dedicated. I have one. I have a Nikon D51. I should start using that more, because this one, even if I turn off the Wi-Fi, it could be the LED light in there for the light. Also, the 5G in this one emits signal that interferes with that. So some radios I cannot film with this real close, up close. I have to go and zoom in. And when you zoom in, the quality starts dropping down. So definitely the cell phone does that. Ronan Murphy, I had changed all cables and bias and working fine on other antennas. Okay. So I think it's an issue with the preamp. Then it has to be the preamp. Excuse me. Oh my God. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, and yeah, my radio says it's Wellbrook. Usually there's an issue with the preamp. And go down here. And hello, Richard Califano from Albany, New York. Always watch the show again during the week. Oh, cool. So you watch the replay, yeah. My radio says no ad here because I am on YouTube Premium. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let me go back up here and then I'll catch up. So Ronan Murphy says, yeah, I think what you say about the short might be true because I think the weather I live in Ireland is wet here. Yeah, it could be a weather. Maybe that's how it's shorted or something. I've been fortunate so far that hasn't happened. I know Sparkyzilla 85. He bought the MFJ 1886 loop before I did, and he had his for about a month or so. Then it went dead on him, and he but he told me that he couldn't return it for some reason. I'm like, what? I said, no. I'm sorry. That Nintendo is expensive. They should at least send you another one. I would have made it clear. I would have said, no. Listen, I bought this antenna and the intention I was even though it's a little beyond 30 days or whatever it was when it failed. I said, because normally they'll send you a replacement. Because you're not going to send that one back to fix. I mean, that's the shipping. For that one, the shipping is ridiculous. So they'll have to send you a replacement. Even if it's just the preamp. But the problem with the MFJ, I noticed the element is not easy to put in there. Because I opened it up, I saw it. When you open it up, there's the preamp is there. You're gonna have there's a wire that goes to one side of the loop. Because it's a hollow aluminum tubing. It's aluminum. So one wire goes to one end of the inside. There's a screw is inside is anchored into the loop. Then the other wire goes to the other end of the loop. So there's a screw you got to take off. If you want to take the loop out completely out the thing, I haven't done that. I just opened up the box to look in there. But yeah, so definitely I will look in the inside that loop. But I will contact them too, saying, listen, this is going on, because that's nothing. I contact them. If you bought it directly from them, I will contact them. I forgot the guy's name, the guy when he sold it to me. He's still there. I think his name is it Richard? He's still there. I think it's Richard. Because what happened to me, I received mine without the power supply. Yeah, the power supply. Not the bias T. This is the bias T. The power supply come with it. It was missing. They first shipped it to me. It had no power supply. And although I have one, I use it. I said, no. I still want my power supply. I paid all that money. I want my power supply too. So I contacted Richard. It was Richard, I think it was. I think his name was Richard. And I said, listen, you didn't include the power supply here. So they send me they send me the power supply. As a matter of fact, they sent me the power supply and the bias T, because they thought it was a bias. So they sent me the power supply and the bias T in a little box. Because I told them it was just the power supply that was missing. So they sent me the bias T and the power supply. So it's just a 12-volt plug. It's right here, the power supply. Let me be careful. I don't want to knock everything over. So I was missing this guy. So I contacted him. I said, listen, I received your loop and everything, but no power supply. I need the power supply. And I have replacements for this, because this is just a 12-volt, 500 milliamp. I have a bunch of these. But I wanted, I paid money for it. I want my, was included. It was not cheap. That loop was like $300. Yeah. Glenn Dansler, SOUM. I don't know what that means. My RSPdx, my MLA 30s have not fell in the damp and wet, but my Wellbrook has twice. Seems to be a design flaw. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when they built this MLA 30, man, they were spot on. They did a good job. The only issue I could think about this later on is the plastic. But that's going to be a long time before this thing gets brittle and maybe break because of the UV. But so far, it's durable. It's pretty good. And then they had the resin inside when you open it up, the board inside is resin. So the electronics are protected. And that's what they should have done with the MFJ. They don't have that. They don't have that resin in there. I mean, in a way, it's like good and bad because somebody wants to Like what happened with the Wellbrook? Somebody reverse engineered it, right? And they have there's somebody that's selling it. It's called a well good. So they basically what it is, they reverse engineer the Wellbrook. So I guess because I know the Wellbrook, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Has a resin in there too. The MFJ 1886 does not have resin inside. When you open it up, you see the board right there. Everything's right there. All the components are there. So, and you're welcome, Ronan Murphy. Glenn Dancer, yeah. Sounds like the semiconductor is being shorted to the ground in the preamp. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It got to be short. I'm sorry. Why I gotta keep hitting this microphone? I got it right up in my face. Yeah. Jim's ready to check. My MLA 30 has been in all kinds of weather for 3 years. Still works great. My MLA 30 has been in all kinds of. Yeah. You just wrote that twice. And I just read the. I did a double message. LOL. I know you made me read it tweet. I got your point, Jim. And it works great. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Let me scroll up here real quick. I need to catch up on the stream. All right, 2 hours and 11 minutes in the books. Thank you. 23 likes, 17 watching. Thank you. Okay, so almost 1.7K. Okay. Yeah. Married to the Danny, I was thinking that too, doing a live stream. I need some decent equipment. My thing is the connection. As long as you got a good connection, that's number one. I have a good connection. When I had cable, I had issues with, it would drop out every so often. When I switch over to fiber, it's a lot better. It's a lot better now. I don't get that buffering issue anymore. Rarely I get buffering. Sometimes the internet will hiccup sometime, and then with fiber, it's more stable. Even if the internet hiccup, I'll get the buffering because of YouTube. I'm more on the YouTube end. So number one is a connection. Number two, there's two types of streaming. You can do streaming with an OBS. First thing is, of course, a webcam. I have the Logitech C920. Is it C920? I forgot the model. I think, yeah, C920. Around $50 now. Give or take $50. I wouldn't skimp on the camera though. A webcam. Because they have Chinese. I have one. I have this one. The Chinese Logitech clone is okay. I noticed it's a little wider. This will work. This is 1080. This will go up to 1080p. And this is my backup in case that one ever. But that one is. I will go with Logitech. I won't even look at anything. I'll go with a Logitech C9. 50 to. Originally, I paid $79 for it. Amazon, $79. Of course, this thing skyrocketed during the pandemic. During the pandemic, this can skyrocket to $300. This webcam right here. Of course, now you have 4K and all that, but you don't need to go to 4K. 1080p is good for me. Nobody want to see my face in 4K. Justin, you don't want to see me in 4K. So number one, the connection. Make sure you have a stable and reliable connection. And of course, a microphone. Yeah, the boom. It does add up, but this is not expensive. This is I believe Amazon has a kit. They sell this whole thing. Fee-Fine. The microphone is a brand called Fee-Fine. Yeah, Fee-Fine. I don't know how you pronounce it. Fee-Fine or Fifine. This whole thing now, I think you can get this whole kit for like under $70. And you don't need this. This is more, for me, fan. I like to boom and all. I'm trying to be more professional. But you can start off with a simple mic. I had the other one up there that not ready, Dex. Let me show you. You see the blue, that snowball? I would not buy that. Don't buy that. I made the mistake of buying that first, and the USB connector got loose on me. I fixed it, and it works fine. It works fine, everything. But I wanted to buy this one a lot cheaper. I bought this. This is like $30, not even under $30. This is a lot better than that. Way better. Because I was before I went on, if I started doing live stream, I would record myself to test them. And this is way better. Yeah, it does add up a little bit, but once little here, little there, yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you're right. You don't want to just do my first live stream. I did it with my laptop, with the camera on the laptop. That was awful. That was bad. Let me see. Sorry. Okay. Richard Califano, welcome. So you have YouTube Premium, MyRadio XL. Okay. No ad here. Richard Califano, no noise here, and no noise in the late 60s. Okay. Just ready to check. The Radio 108 picks up hardly no noise. Yeah, the Radio is pretty good. I like my Radio. Where's the Radio? Okay. Yeah, that's the one I took with me to Wisconsin, Indiana, and yeah, it's a nice little radio. I started, when people ask me, what is the first shortwave radio? What is the first shortwave radio I would buy as a portable? I would tell them get that one. I wouldn't get single sideband radio because you might not want to be into listening to my first radio, because I don't know nothing about single sideband, how to even tune single sideband, what even to look for. I will get something like this first, and then your next radio will be like the D808 with a single sideband and all that. But if I was starting out and I know nothing about shortwave or the Texan, what's that, the 310? Maybe that one. But I don't have that one, so I would recommend this one. So no, I have not made the video yet because I don't have the setup here yet for that. That's why I need to get this shelf thing in order. Richard Califano, I'm sorry. I need to get this shelf thing in order here. And then because the problem is right now I have a ton of switches on the floor. It looks very unorganized. I don't like that. It's just I've been doing other stuff and I need to prioritize this shelving space here. Because I want to have my switches anchored into the shelving or something. Right now my switches are on the floor. It doesn't work for me. I can't switch antennas with so I need to fix all that out. And then I want to make a video on that. And in fact, I even want to do a comparison video. I want to make another comparison video, which I haven't done in a couple of years. So I'm sorry about that, Richard. MyRadio DX, by the way, I got YouTube Premium to help YouTubers with their monetization so they can get. Oh, yeah, that's right. But I don't know how that works with the premium. I think if you sign up with a premium while you was watching Dumb, I think they get credit for that. I don't know how that works with the premium in terms of monetization on my end. I don't know how that works. Carl Witzman, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. First time here, thank you. I watched some of your other videos. I seen the DX100 back in the back. That was my first. So that was your first radio, the DX100. Oh, cool. Yeah, it was a lot of people's first shortwave radio. I know Jill's official SWL channel. That was his first radio. The DX100. And Carl Witzman. Now, several radios later, I'm using the SDR Uno RSP. RSP 1A. Okay. And Jim said that was his first radio also. Okay, cool. Yeah, sadly, Carl Witzman, sadly, I gave my DX100 to a friend. Well, I hope they make good use of it at least, and I bought this one from eBay. I paid $50. That was like how many years ago now? It's like 4 years. 4 years ago. I'll be right back. Let me just go. I'm gonna blow my nose over here. I'll be right back. Something's really bugging my nose. There's something like what's in there? I feel like a feather is hitting me in the nose. All right, that was better. All right, let me see. Let me try this. Anything new? Yeah. So yeah. Since radio check, I remember my first CB radio was a realistic Navajo 23 channel. Oh, cool. My radio are correct. I've been told that the Wellbrook has been. Oh, you never opened up yours? I'm surprised. I know. I've seen people. I think they have. It has resin on it. Yeah. Jim's radio check. I think I'm going to get the MLA and MLA 30 and use it inside in the other part of the house. Okay. Oh, you're gonna get another one. How many you have? Yeah, you can use it inside the house too. I haven't had much success in it inside the house, but yeah. Oh, you have one outside. Okay. Yeah. I know Bobby has his like in the house too, in the window, but I mean, I recommend you use it outside, but because when I first got my, when I got my first MFJ 1886 loop, that was my first loop antenna. Period. I never had a loop antenna. I had it in the house first just to try it out. I had it here. Too noisy. I just couldn't do anything with it. Then finally, I put it outside. It was better. And with everything new, it takes time to learn. Just like my first SDR was the what do you call it? The RTL SDR. When you don't know anything, when you don't know anything about that thing, you tend to panic. Oh, it's not working. You have to give it time. You have to learn about what works best with it. Put that away. And so on. So now I can say that the MLA 30 is a good antenna. I know people bash it all the time. I went to what it was. It was a forum. Of course, these are Wellbrook users. Oh, it was Quora, what I was talking about last week. So there was a group in there, amateur radio operator, whatever, and they were talking about somebody brought up the MLA 30. And I had a couple of comments that they bashed it already. Oh, it's a piece of junk, Chinese junk. I don't know why people like. He was blaming us, basically he was saying like we're dumb that we cannot notice. I know the difference between. I have both. I have the MLA 30 and I have a $300, $400 antenna. It's very close. I'm not saying that this is better than the MFJ. It's close though. On some bands, it's very close. This is under $50. Okay? And in that forum, all they kept doing was bashing it. It's a piece of junk. No, it's not a piece of junk. First of all, you probably either you don't have it, you're just talking out of your what. Or you didn't give it a chance. When I first got this antenna, I was skeptical too. I was skeptical. Believe me, I was skeptical. I'm a skeptic and a half. I'm a skeptic and they're not paying me for this. I don't know who makes this thing. Because there's not like a one maker. There's not an MLA 30 store. Like, we don't know who makes these. Like, it's like a mystery. Who actually invented this? Right? Like the World Book, the guys, the person's name's Andrew and so on, right? But there's a mystery behind this thing. Like, who actually makes this? Yeah, I know. There you go, Carl. You're right. See, people get semi-religious about their antenna in the gear. Huh? Yeah, exactly. So they were bashing this thing like we're stupid. Like, oh, you use antenna because you're stupid. You don't know what quality is. That's what he was saying. I'm listening to, reading this stuff. It's like, these people are like, stupid. Like, they're stupid. They're stupid. And I'm telling you, I've done comparison. Maverick Dixon did comparison too. And he can tell you it's very close on some things. On some bands, it was very close. And then I modified mine. This one is modified. You can see the BNC connector is modified. I modified mine. Exactly. And they also he gets bashed a lot, Anton. I know. The Russian guy. Because I got his mini whip and I also have the flag antenna from him. And what I was saying, I lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, so I modified mine to the point where I got down to longwave. I got all the way down to VLF, and I heard the WWVB on 60 kilohertz. I heard it with this antenna. He's not designed for it, as you can see. It's not designed for it. And I hope we can focus there. I hope it focuses. You see? 0.1 to 30 megahertz. So it's not designed. Well, it says here it's designed to 100 kilohertz. Yes, it is designed for long wave. But then this is the old one. This is not the plus. The plus, it says 500 kilohertz up to 30 megahertz, right? That's the plus. So they changed the thing. I got this down to, because why? Location, number one. I think the copper element helped a little bit. I think also that I got rid of the wire and I put better quality wire going to this BNC, but I also have better quality wire. I had used RG8X, better quality wire, and I got it down to, and I got it hooked up to SDR, and I got to listen to WWVB. I caught the signal. So people, like Carl said, people, it's like semi-religious about that stuff. People get pissy about these things. Like when Jules made a review on this radio. Oh, sorry. All right, Silent 750. Oh my God, he got so much hate for that. Like, chill out, people. It's just a radio. Relax. Like, they all of a sudden they wrote, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm a ham radio operator for 30 years, and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Just chill out. Have a seat, bro. Relax. So yeah, I could tell you from my experience, this is a great antenna for the price. It's a great antenna. I bought the MFJ86 back then because this antenna was not out. Had this antenna been out before that one, I would have bought this one. I would have been happy with this one. I wish I owned the Wellbrook. I never got a chance to own the Wellbrook, but I love the MLA 30. I love the MLA 30. Yeah. Maverick Dixon, thanks for the advice, Danny. Best not to go too mad, getting expensive at this. Yeah, exactly. I get this a little by little. I think I bought the microphone first. I bought that one first. I bought that one in Walmart. It was on sale. So I bought that one first. And I was supposed to use that one for my live streaming, but then that one had issues and I fixed it. But by that time I bought this one. Then I bought the boom. Then I bought the pop filter, things like that. Yeah, by little by little. Richard Wagner says the PL330. Okay, yeah, that's a good radio too at the start. Yeah, I don't have the the PL330, but that's a nice radio too. Jim's Radio Check 108 has great band coverage, works well. Yeah. Jim's Radio Check, LOL, could be those Chinese radios. Yeah. I'm ready to say, need a special tool to open up the preamp on the Wellbrook without damaging it. It's sealed tight. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. You mean a screw? You need like a Allen wrench or something? They have that the type of screw, the Allen wrench, or a Torx bit. Maybe a Torx bit. Because the MFJ is just Phillips. 2 Phillips screws. You take them out. That's it. And when you take it out, there is a gasket. It's kind of glued. It's like glued onto the flange of the flange. Here we go. Technical jargon. Flange. It's a gasket that's kind of glued onto the flange of the enclosure box. So there you go. Flange. I remember that from first heard about that word, and I was at jet engine mechanic school. The flange. I'm like, what is the flange? Yeah, so people get it's true. People get religious about it. It's like when I mean he got a lot of hate for this radio. It was like I read the comment, I was just giggling. I was like, I can't believe people actually get emotional about it. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. That's a great radio. Because I noticed that when my wife got me that radio, the bandwidth is a little too wide. And I was like, even I put a narrow filter, it was a little wide. But remember, shortwave is not like what it was back then. It was more crowded band back then. So it wasn't a big deal for me. It wasn't a deal breaker. So I remember that comment. So I've been at ham for 30 years and you don't know what you're talking about. How dare you? Oh my God. I wish that guy could listen to himself. I'm mimicking him. He's like, that's what he wrote. Being verbatim, that's what he wrote. He wrote, he's a ham for over 30 years and you don't know what the hell you're talking about, Jills. I was just laughing. I was like, man, people get all emotional about it. Like, wear that as like a badge. Like, oh my God. Okay, you're the expert. Okay. Mr. 30 years plus. Oh God. Chill out. It's a nice radio. It is a nice radio, but I did find that I thought I was the only one I thought there was something wrong with the radio. It was a little too wide, but and then a few years later, when he got the radio, he pointed it out. I said, aha, you see, I'm not the only one that was thinking about that. Yeah, I know. Of course, I use the narrow, works fine. It's a nice radio. I like the audio is nice too. You know. Yeah. Let me get back up here. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna move it. Yeah, remember this? I did a video comparison of the MLA 30 versus the Wellbrook, and they were both also close. I take it they have not seen those videos. Yeah. Well, the people that were in that chat and that forum, no, I don't think they watch any video. Because somebody posted a video of the MLA 30. It wasn't my video, it was another video. And right away they were poo-pooing it. They were like, oh, well, you know, MLA 30 is a piece of Chinese junk. You know? You know, like I have I don't know how you pronounce it. I pronounce it Zygo G90. It's Chinese radio. It's a great radio. I don't care if it's made in China. It's a great radio. You know, people bash it as made in China. Actually, Chinese make good things. They make good things too. You know, I seen a documentary about Chinese workers. Yeah, do they get paid a lot less than we do? Yeah. But you know what? I can tell you, if you make $100,000 in New York City, you're not rolling in dough. You're not even. You're barely scraping middle class in New York City. You're making $50,000 a year in China, you're living good. If you're making $50,000 a year in China, you're living good. You're like good middle class in China. So this documentary was about a train company. I can't remember the name of it. I saw it was I think it was some other. Anyway, it's a train company. It's a company that makes rail cars. So I guess they got a contract to make the Boston Metro. So they make trains. Like we have Kawasaki here in Yonkers. They make rail cars for New York City Transit. They make rail cars for all over the country. Washington Metro, New York City Transit Authority, Metro North. They make rail cars there for that. The final assembly is here. So this Chinese company, they showed them. You guys in America, you got the UA, like the all the workers union, but there's no union in the Chinese company. They have no union, but they're getting paid a certain amount. Compare that to the workers in China. Yeah, we're making a lot more. So the inequality control is ridiculous, top notch. Trust me, I worked over here in Kawasaki. I can tell you the quality control is not that good. It's good, depending on the person. Depending on the person that's doing the quality control. But in China, they don't play that. They got like 2 or 3 levels of quality control. And for the railcar company, there's like 2 or 3 levels of quality control before that moves on the assembly line. All right? So people bash Chinese stuff. Chinese, I'm going to say it, they're kicking our ass in technology. They caught up. And then some. Because, the problem in here, we're having, we got lazy. We got lazy here. That's what happened. So don't bash Chinese products. They make good products. The other thing is, they have certain labor practices that we don't agree on. Also supply. Supply is a big issue when you're making stuff. They make a lot of stuff over there. Even we're talking about here about electric vehicles. All the battery stuff, where it comes from? It's coming from China. They have all the material over there. Like what happened with the pandemic? What happened with all the masks in China? So people bash. So there's people, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. They stuck in the 1940s. MLA 30 is a piece of junk. Oh my God. Like, dude, you're in the Stone Age, bro. If this antenna was made here, it would not be under $50. Believe me. That's why his antenna is affordable, because it's made over there, and the cost of material is a lot cheaper. It's not that far from the MFJ. It's not that far. MFJ is $300. It's almost $400 now for that loop. They raised the price on it. MFJ 1886 loop. This is under $50. I got mine for under $40. It was like $38 and free shipping. I got a good deal on this one. I got $38 or something. And it's not that far from, people get emotional. These, I'm gonna call them sad ham. You get too emotional about that nonsense. All right, let me catch up. Sorry, I go on a tangent here and there. Yeah, Anton. Same thing with Anton. You talking about Anton, the maker, or Antron, or I don't know what he's talking. Because Anton makes the mini whip, which I bought from him, the Russian guy, and he also makes this. I made a video on this a long time ago. I'm gonna set this up one day. The pennant flag antenna. I'm gonna make a CAS loop with this stuff. So if you're talking about the Russian guy, he gets bashed too. Let me skip down here for a minute. Dr. Kuldeep Yadav. Okay, Dr. Kuldeep. I hope I pronounced that right. Which model has a good ferrite antenna low-cost radio? There's several of them. The lowest cost. So ferrite for medium, obviously for medium wave. Where are you located anyway? Because they're all American radios, though. I mean, they're all for the American market. That's the ones I could think of, like the C Crane, the C. Where is it at? Well, I have it right here. Let me check. C Crane. The EP Pro. That's known to have a big ferrite. It's like the ferrite. Let me see the ferrite. I don't have the Texan R909. I don't have that one, so I can't tell you if it's useful or not. There is Jim's radio check is answering your question on that one, on the DX function, because that has to do the DX function has to do with the C Crane. I have it back there. I don't want to take it as back there. It's all the way back there. But the thing is, if I don't know where you're located at, because these are all North American, the medium wave band, North America, obviously from Europe is different. 10 kilohertz spacing. I also have the Sangean, the one up there, the Sangean. That one has a big ferrite. That one has it's 200 millimeter. I think that's the length. The ferrite. And that one is really good on medium wave. I can show you this one. The PRD5, that's the one I have. I know Jim has another one. This one has a big ferrite. And this one you can do both. What am I saying? Here you go. This one radio I trying to show you where. I don't know if you can see it because of the. Gotta zoom in there. This one you can do both 9 kilohertz and 10 kilohertz. So you can do both on this one. So you can do on North America and international medium wave on this one. This one has a 200 millimeter ferrite. It's pretty big. And there's a website that recommends, the medium wave DXing radio. This was one of them. This one, the C Crane EP Pro. And I know Jim has the PRD12. And there's another radio they recommend also. I saw the Satellite 750 in there as a medium wave DXer. It's good medium wave DXer. This one is pretty good, but this one you cannot put external antenna. Obviously, if you're using the ferrite. So you have the D5. Okay. So you have this one. Okay. So this one people on that website, it was like the top 10 medium wave DXing radio. This was like the top 6. He made it to top 6 because of the ferrite. It's a 200. But the C Crane radios, a lot of the C Crane radios are very good. And I'm talking about not the little pocket radio, the little C Crane. I'm talking about the big C Crane radios. All the C Crane radios. Yeah, that's another one, GE Super Radio, but that's an older radio now. If you want to go with an older radio, Super Radio, GE Super Radio. That one also has a big ferrite inside. I have one here. The Radio Shack one is like the. Not this one. It's in the back. Those are those have big ferrite. Yeah, exactly. Richard Wagner, he's spot on that one. Yeah, G Super Radio. That's another one that has a big ferrite. It's back there. I can't take it. It's all the way back there. The Super Radio is right here. I have the Super Radio 3. This one, Super Radio. But if you're looking for a newer radio, the Sangean PRD5, you have that one, so you're good with that one. The C Cranes, a lot of C Crane models are pretty good on medium wave. I only have the EP, not even have the EP Pro. I just got the CC Radio EP, and that radio is pretty good on medium wave. Another radio that's pretty good is this Grundig BT I mean, the field radio BT. This one is not the BT. This is just a Grundig field radio. That Grundig radio is pretty good on medium wave too. Very good. Very good on medium wave. Yeah. The water went in that one? And I'll get back to that for a minute. Let me just be down here and then I'll go back up. Yeah. Okay. So let me go back up here. Sorry. Okay, so Gen Radio Check, people could bash the antenna all they want, but it's a good antenna for the money. Okay. And Daniel Velli, hello, Daniel Velli. Welcome to the chat. I love my MLA 30 Plus. Yeah, it's a great, I'm telling you, it's a great antenna. There's nothing cheap about this antenna. It's a well-made antenna. Carl Wichman, I posted about a solid core long wire antenna that I put up, and the stranded wire sec tried to correct me. Oh, God. Stranded wire sec. Stranded wire religion. Yeah. James Radio Check, the MLA 30 works good plugged into the Eton 750 on medium wave. Yeah. James Radio Check. If you're down and out and broke, a long piece of wire strung out, the tree works great. Yeah, it does. Yeah, a long piece of wire works well. See if you know, well, noise wise, that's well, my MFET works better on this side. It does work better, but it is a little noisy on some bands than loop. My radio said no screws to take it apart. I need some sort of fine wrench, I think. Oh, okay. Richard Wagner PL330 is the little radio that could. Yeah, cool. I know. I heard good things about the PL330. 20 people watching, 24 likes. Thank you very much for watching. 2 hours and 46 minutes in the books. Thank you for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I checked my metrics the other day. I see that 89% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel. So why not help out by subscribing to my channel? Thank you. And I'm going to get an ad in about 47 seconds. So I'll keep talking until right before that, and then I'll shut my trap for a second or two. I just want to catch up on this stream here before I... Yeah, so Gen Radio Check. I believe that the band is a little too wide on the 750, but I still like it. Yeah, I love my 750. I love that radio. That's the radio I started this channel right there. That's the radio right there. I started this channel. When my wife bought me that radio, I got back into the hobby, and that propelled me to go watch some channels. My first YouTuber that I was watching for Shortwave was Jill's. It was Jill's official SWO channel. That was my first, and then also Tom's Radio Room Show. Those are my two. Those are my. Oh yeah, it just came out. Wait a second. I don't know if let me go get some water. I'll be right back, and then I'll finish my thought here. All right. Oh my God. Yeah, my water froze. Yeah. Gotta get some water. Yeah, so my first two channels was Jill's and Tom's Radio Show, Tom Styles. Because I was looking for somebody that was using this. Because that way, instead of reading the manual, I read the manual too, but I also want to. So Jill didn't have this radio at the time. Tom had the radio. So I started watching Tom first. Actually, it was Tom that I was watching more often first. And then I started watching Jill's channel when he started doing live stream. Then I started watching his channel. Then, but Tom was the first videos that I would watch because of this radio. Because I wanted to know how, all the good things about the radio. I review and things like that. It was Tom. My man Tom Styles from Tampa, Florida. Yeah. Yeah, I just use the Jim's Radio Chat. I just use the narrow band and it works fine. Yep, exactly. Married DX, LOL. I had a comment like that on my channel saying I don't know what I'm talking about, and they have 30 years of shortwave experience. And I checked their channel; they have no videos. Exactly. Well, this wasn't even a YouTube, but this was a forum. It was on another website. So yeah, you're ready to check. All that matters is if the item works for you. Exactly. If it works for you, then that's exactly. And Kawasaki, let the good times roll. Yeah, that's their slogan, I guess, for motorcycles. Because of course they're known for motorcycles and jet skis and all that. And they also make trains. They also make they're in quite a few things, Kawasaki. Yeah. So Dr. Cold Deep, of course they're not all low cost. I think the lowest cost is the Sanjian. The PRD5, but you say you have that, so yeah. Usually mid-range radios like that have a big. This one too, the Grande 800, but that's not a low-cost radio. I believe that one has a big ferrite too in there. This one is pretty good on medium wave, but that's not a low-budget radio. That's a lot more expensive. Yeah. But the super radios, those are pretty good. Super radios. The problem is when you're going down to older radios, you're not worried about other things. The capacitors in there, because now they're a lot older radio now, so a lot of other things can go wrong with it. Things like that. Yeah. James Rader said they're opening a $2 billion battery factory here in Illinois. Oh, cool. Yeah, that is good news. Exactly, Carl. Exactly. We need more industry here, not only in Illinois, but in the country. Period. We need more industry. We need more factories here. I don't want to get into the whole thing about this buffoon in the White House, but walking corpse. But we need more companies making stuff. We need more companies make stuff here. And period. Yeah. Dr. Coldeep, the Texan R909 is DX mode function is really useful, or there's a gimmick? No, it's not a gimmick. It's usually for answering Jim Vader's answer. The DX function works when you have a station that's overloading. Exactly. Like if you're closer to station and you say you get overloading, you can. That has to do with the attenuation. What you call it attenuation? You could do it. Then, like some of them have DX and local switch. So no, that's not a gimmick. That's just like this radio has a. Where is it at? It's short somewhere. Attenuation. What did you say? Oh, it's been so long since I. RF gain. You see that in this one is RF gain. So this is your attenuator. Okay, so you have your RF gain. So if you get a station that overloads, you might try to lower the RF gain. On your SDR, you have the same thing. On my case, for example, my SDR, I had RF gain. I have to lower that sucker down because I'm very close to a lot of powerful stations. So mine, I have to lower the RF gain. I bring, now set all the way up. It's when I'm on medium wave. I'm talking about when I'm on medium. When I'm on short wave, the higher the band, I can put the RF gain all the way up. It's no problem. But on medium wave, I have to lower the RF gain almost like 30%. I have to lower it because otherwise it's just noise. You'll get breakthrough. You get breakthrough and all that stuff like that. So yeah, it's not a gimmick. It's just, and on a little portable is a switch. DX, a local switch. So you might have to switch it over. Yeah. Generator check. I have the PRD12, the Sanjian PRD12. Daniel Velli, I have the PRD5. Oh, Daniel Velli has it. I'm confused with Dr. Coldeep. Yeah, so he has a PRD5. I'm telling you, PRD5 is a great radio. Medium wave DX, that's a great radio. And that one, of course, you can because I don't know, like again, the G Super Radio. Again, that's United States. 10 kilo. If I don't know I don't know if you're located outside the United States, then you need this one can do both the 9 kilohertz and the 10 kilohertz. The Sanjian PRD5. You can switch. And this one, although I don't know about the Faraday, but this one is a good radio too for DX. Anyway, there's the Sony ICF 2002. That's another great medium wave DX radio. I also have the 7600, the ICF 7600 GR. Is it called GR? I have that one also. It's right here. It's this one. This one. Another great medium wave DXer. The Sony. So a lot of Sony radios are great medium wave DXers too. I know. Sony makes some great radios. I wish they would still make radios like this. They got out of the business a long time ago. But I wish Sony would still make radios like that. They make some great radios, Sony. Yeah. So Richard Wagner says the G Super Radio. I agree with that. The only problem is when you get down to older radios, you have to yeah. So David Radio Room. Hello, David. Yeah, 7600 GR. Yeah. That's a great radio too. That's this one I have here. So, the same one as that one, is 2002. That's okay, Glenn. It's cool. You stop by, that's what counts, and thank you. All right, thank you, Richard, for that. That's a good, nice compliment there. You have a good show with a lot of information. The longer, on more, the more people find you. Yeah. Well, I've been live streaming for almost a year now. Actually, a year. I've been streaming I started live streaming last July of 2022. I started live streaming. So it's been a little over a year. Thank you, Richard. Yeah. And Daniel Valley says, yep, does excellent on medium wave. Love listening to it. And I enjoy medium wave. I know some people say, oh, it's old. I don't know if people still listen to that. No, I enjoy medium wave. I rarely listen to FM, if at all. I can tell you that when I listen to FM, the only time I listen to FM is if I'm outside, I'm working on the yard, and I want to hear music. I usually put it on there's a low power college station. All the way down at the bottom of the dial, it's like 88.5. I forgot what it is. It's a college station. They play jazz. It's usually not all the time, but when they play jazz music, I'll put it there. Listen to that because especially when I'm mowing the lawn or doing some yard work or something. That's when I would listen to FM. But other than that, I put on talk radio or I listen to sports. If I'm listening to, although lately I haven't been listening to sports. Medium wave. So yeah. So my radio day say be right back. Daniel Valley, I have the Super Radio 3 also. Oh, cool. Yeah, I have the 3. That's the only one I have. I bought that one on eBay. How much I paid for it? It might have been around $30 or under $30. I got a good deal on it. I had to do some cleaning up on it, but the pots were a little scratchy. I have the contact cleaner. I sprayed it in there and got rid of the scratchiness, and it sounds good now. Ronan Murphy, Danny, sorry to bother you again. No, it's no bother. I have taken the cover off the MFJ 1886. If I leave it for a while to dry, do you think so there was water in there? Did water get inside that thing? Then maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's worth a shot. I mean, you have it open, might as well let it if water did get in that one, Because I know the MFJ is not really watertight. The way they had it, I know it can get into the sides of the loop. There's an area where water can. I never had mine. I never had that issue so far. But that might have been the case with you. Maybe water did go inside, and yeah. So I mean, it's worth a shot. I would, if the water did get in there, I would let it dry out. Maybe yeah, something like that. But I have my MFJ up there and the chimney, the one I have up there. That's the original one that I bought. I have that up. Has it been on that roof for over? Knock on wood, because I'm gonna knock on wood. I don't want nothing to happen to mine now. It's been up there for a long while, over 4 years now. Over 4. But I took it down when I no, I haven't taken it down since I put it there. Since I put it on that chimney. Before that, it was the 102-inch CB whip that was there on a red pole. So that same mount, I took that CB whip out. The steel, the steel whip. I took that, and I put. So it's been up there for over 5 years. I'm gonna say 5 years plus. It's been up there. It has not. No. I was planning to take it down this summer, but I never got back. I was planning to take that one down, and I was gonna move the disc on there, and then that loop, I was gonna put it down there. I have a loop down there, but I took it out because I put the flag up. I'm gonna put that loop back over there. Because back then, the reason why I had it on the roof, because I didn't know any better. They said the higher you put the loop, the better. That's not true for HF. HF, the height doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, yeah, it really doesn't matter. So at that time, I went with the school of thought that if you put it higher, it's better. It works somewhat is good up there. Because what happened was in the beginning, I used to put it right here, and it was very noisy. It was too close to my house. At the time, I didn't know that. I didn't know that the house was causing the noise, being next to the house. Until I made that video about the MLA 30. When I made that video, I put the link up. It's somewhere in the chat now. When I made that video about taking this down to longwave, I didn't know at the time is location when it comes to the loop antenna. So I had the MFJ. I had the MLA 30 up there too. It was same thing. It's like, and I had it over here, and it was very noisy on top of this garage roof. Finally, when I moved it, I found a sweet spot for it, and that's when it started working very, very well. So, but I knock on wood, I haven't had no issue with that antenna, no water going in there, nothing. But now you're making me think that maybe I should seal it, because there's an area where water can come in. But I don't get a lot of rain here. I get rain. I'm in New York. We get rain, but we don't get like I'm not living in Seattle. Or in your case, Ireland. You get a lot of rain there. So, I don't get rain like that here. So, yeah. So I have to look into that. So if water did get in there, yeah, best thing is to let it dry, and then maybe when you put it back together, you might have to seal it. Maybe put some kind of I did that with this, by the way. And on the when I put the BNC here, right, I only did a couple of turns of the nut because the BNC is very tight in there. I sealed it with resin. I bought epoxy. You mix it up, and I just put it in there. So now when I take this over and over, this thing won't get loose again. So you might have to put some kind of resin in there or seal it. I have an example here. Your MFJ 1886 loop, right? Your preamp, where the loop connects to the preamp, those two spots, you might have to put a seal there. Or maybe the water's coming in through there. You might have to seal that. Because I believe that's the point of weakness for that antenna. So you might have to put a little. Maybe put a little silicone to prevent that from happening again. If water got in there, I have to try that. I may have to do that with that antenna. Now you got me curious to see if I had to open that antenna, see if it's. But I haven't had issue with my antenna, so. But I know for a fact that there is a spot. That spot is kind of where water can get in. You know. Yeah. Glenda said, I always stay until the end of the show, but I have to leave at 7 p.m. I am being invaded by 2 of my younger grandsons. Oh, that's a very good reason. It's okay. I'm gonna sign off now. I'm gonna sign up in a few because I've been on for 3 hours and I'm gonna sign off in a few. Yeah, 3 hours is good today. 19 people watching, 27 likes. Thank you. Good evening, David's Radio Room. Yeah. So you have this Sony ICF 7600 DR. Yeah, it's a great radio. It's a great. And I bought that radio because I thought I lost this one. For a year, I couldn't find the radio anywhere in my house, and I forgot that I left it inside my camera case. And then I finally, when I went to open up my Nikon to look for my Nikon camera, that one was in the case. So I said, "Oh my God, I didn't lose it," because I had it in the backyard. I thought somebody went in my backyard and just took it. And then I said, I thought I lost it. I was like, man, I was so, because that was my go-to radio. But then I found it again. I was so happy. It was like Christmas. But by then I bought this one, the 7600. So now I got 2 radios. Yeah, so I'm gonna sign off. Let me just read a couple of more comments and then I'll say goodbye. Yeah, Richard Wagner. The problem with the GE, the 3 Super Radio is wide bandwidth is very sensitive. Yeah. Yeah. And you're welcome, Ronan Murphy. And just ready to say, my J-pole antenna is for GRMS. When I hit a repeater, I moved it over 2 feet and it works great. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes location. 2 broke 10. There you go. Yeah, I plan to get one of those J-poles. Or make one. You can make one too. So I'll look into that. So anyway, everybody, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to go downstairs and make some food for my son. Put some enchilada in the oven or something. Take care. I'll see you soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.